Vlog starting and yeah, cool. Go Jesse, go Jesse, go Jesse, go Dixie.
Let's get some tips going. What do we reckon?
Alright, well I got a big juicy tip for you. It's in my jocks. Welcome to the True Footy live stream, everybody. Adelaide versus GWS. I am just going to keep talking until we get the inevitable complaints that something's not working. Welcome.
Where the hell my phone go?
Trying to vlog at the same time because we're just a content machine over here.
Juggernaut.
How is everyone? Dylan, you're sort of in this.
Where the fuck's my phone? It's on my laptop.
Bush is looking for his vape. How is everyone? We're joined once again by Dylan from the Colwell podcast. How are you, Dylan?
Very well.
Very well.
Yeah, I'll give it up looking for my phone for now and I'll say g'day.
Bush is looking for his phone, but he is also here.
G'day.
Also from the NBA Outback.
Bush,
Hootenanny.
at any point, did you have the legs up? Because if you did, then it falls down that side sometimes.
No, I didn't have the legs up, but it feels like there's a bit of a hole there, but it might have gone down.
Yeah, well, what about your couch? How is everyone? Let us know how we are looking and sounding.
Should I sing my Burning Man song?
You can do. Dylan has a song for everyone he wants us to sing. I think the audio seems alright. G'day Kev's Magpies, g'day Logan, g'day Ali.
Oh, Kev, cheers for the sub yesterday to my personal channel.
Mitchie's in the chat. Who was it?
Kev, yeah, he snapped me a subscription to my personal channel the other day.
Nice.
Did I post anything on there?
But I was going to say, do you have a personal channel?
There's just the Bush of Tea. Just like
Oh, okay, yeah, right, nice. Yeah.
I don't actually post anything on it, but
Yeah.
actually, there might be some old videos from high school or something. I don't know.
Great content.
Yeah, don't you have like a uni presentation on that channel?
I think so, actually.
Oh, well, you got clout.
Yeah, mate, if anyone wants to learn about FCT and Furstenberg, there's a nice presentation in that case.
Stevie J's blowing that quite nicely.
I plan on getting FKT tonight, eh, lads? Just kidding, I'm not. Going to the Derby tomorrow. That'll be a good game. Bush, are you attending the Derby?
Nah.
No?
Sounds like even Eagles members didn't all get tickets.
Yeah, okay. I did,
Yeah.
I think. Dad sent me an email with mine. How are we holding up, everyone? I'm getting some alarming warnings on the year-old YouTube studio. It says we're not really coming through that well, but let us know. Yeah, let me check my emails. Just double check. No, Dad sent me my ticket.
I was checking my tips because I wasn't sure I tipped. I tipped Adelaide, it turns out. So
Still in
go
flight.
Adelaide.
Alright, so... sorry, this is a bad time to check my emails. So, Adelaide versus Giants. Let's have a look at where they are on the ladder. So, you got the Crows sitting in 9th. And you have the Giants sitting in 14th. But the Giants have looked good in the last 3 weeks. They've lost to the Dogs last week, but then they beat Sydney before that. And they beat...
I don't know how hardly you can hold the Sydney win because didn't Gold Coast just also clap Sydney's cheeks?
They did. They clapped them into a new millennium. That's very true.
So, that is not a thing.
Sydney used all their legs early, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I actually saw an interesting stat about how... still trying to work out this camera here, but how the game was really fast and open scoring in the first month, and then in the next 3 or 4 rounds, it's switched back to 2019 numbers. And there was a theory that Sydney haven't adapted well to that. Like, I think there's still a lot less stoppages, but scoring from open play and back half football.
Well, it's probably because Sydney have always played small grounds so well. So obviously the SCG is really small, and they've always been that stoppage team. So maybe as the game has sped up, it hasn't fallen into their hands
Potentially, yeah.
as well. So that's just my quick analysis. If you want to call me wrong, then fuck you,
Why would I call you Ron?
Weasley.
I was thinking Jeremy.
I was thinking Ronnie Milkins.
Hamish is in the chat. He says we're coming through good. Thank you. Good.
Thanks, Hamish.
Home dog.
Jesse, love the wife beater you're wearing. Yeah, so I was planning to be ready earlier for this stream, but today's the first day we could go back to the gym after lockdown in Western Australia, so had to wear a mask. But anyway, yeah, just spent a bit more time than I'd planned because I'm a beast, and yeah, I haven't had a shower, so I'm stanky. Haven't had a meal, but
Barely had time for a dart.
bit of lag, says Mitch. Yeah, I don't know. We're getting that issue a bit. I wonder if I can do anything about that. Bush,
Yes,
dance, entertain them.
Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
Might just turn down
And that, kids, is how you woo the ladies on the Metro's dance floor.
Yeah. Not to be confused with a rain dance. Is that racist?
Big game from Riley Till for hopefully, because I picked him up in my fantasy league. Here's my emergency ruckman this week.
That's hot. Yeah, there's literally nothing I can do. Snap sensitivity.
Maybe when the lens or whatever.
Yeah, we can have a look at it, man. I think there's
Yeah, we can have a few snaps in the. Show the people a few snaps.
Yeah. Yeah. Snap one off for the team.
Yeah,
Alright. Here we go. Alright, tips. Okay, so we got ins McKay, Murray, and Berry, all for my fantasy team, that's good. Brown, Lynch, and
Adelaide Berry.
Sam Berry.
Ah,
No relation.
fair enough.
No relation to Blueberry. Alright, so we're getting a few questions about tips. So we'll start with today's game.
Yep.
Adelaide versus GWS. Who have you
I
picked?
went Adelaide. I just checked the
Did ya?
tips I'd put in for this week. I
So-
went with Adelaide.
I've done a few dirty tip changes. But this round, I think I've changed 2 from what I did on just the tips. I think I've actually changed my tip to GWS today. But
It's in Adelaide, ain't
it is in Adelaide.
it? Yeah, that's probably. I think that's why I went Adelaide.
Yeah, that's a very fair tip, to be honest.
And they've had a rough couple of weeks. They might want to bounce back, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Hamish says me and Bush are the superior tippers. We tipped Richmond instead of the Bulldogs, or Bullfrogs.
Absolutely, we
Yeah.
did know that.
Good tip. It looked like a good tip for the Bulldogs when it was like halfway through the second. About 4 goals up.
So I sort of just went, doggies are undefeated. Richmond, the sort of game Richmond will show that they're still an actual team.
Yeah.
And then they'll go to piss for a few more weeks and then have a good back half and kill it probably.
Yeah, it's a typical Richmond performance to sort of come out and beat a contender.
Yeah, the Richmond special.
Yeah. Hamish says his dad was doing push-ups all the time to compensate for no gym. Yeah, I was a bit too lazy to do that. I thought about it. I bought some adjustable dumbbells for last lockdown, well, the original lockdown in 2020, and I just literally never opened the box. They came like 6 months too late.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing with ordering shit when it first hit the fan.
Yeah. It is now bounced down.
I'm bloody spewing. I got a pair of shoes a week ago and they're still in Brisbane. According to the
Oh,
Australian.
really?
Yeah.
That sucks. I guess it was a shit time to order. Oh, Taylor
Yeah.
Walker, Coleman leader, has taken a mark.
That's his range.
I was going to say, this is his range where he's most dangerous, much like Quinton Lynch back in the day for Eagles fans.
I'd say he's a 3-point specialist.
We'll talk a little bit about Port and Brisbane. Dixie D'Amelio, something tells me that's not his real name, says he's a Port supporter, but who do we think will win?
I think I went with Port.
See, I think I changed my tip for Brisbane. This is going to hurt. Tex has kicked it. That looks like he's connected well, and they've scored before GWS can even touch the ball, I think.
Yeah, I tipped Port.
Is that an Indigenous jumper the Giants are wearing?
Cool, mate.
It's or is that just their clash? Because it's a strange round to wear an Indigenous jumper.
Pretty early.
It's early, yeah. Normally, like, they'll have Indigenous round, and then they'll have a couple of weeks where they'll say, hey, we want to wear this at home as well, so they'll wear it like 2 or 3 times or whatever.
Yeah, they don't mind getting a bit of use out of them.
Yeah, makes sense. The Crows are on the border early, and I'm sure I'm going to get destroyed for changing my tip. Ali hasn't got lower than 6 tips this year. That's very good,
That's fucking impressive.
considering how many upsets there were. 23 in the chat. Thanks, guys. If you could like the stream, that would be awesome. It would just help us get it out there a little bit.
But yeah, I'm such a great tipper. I'm currently coming 307th out of 531 in the True Footy comp.
Yeah, betting me.
Oh fuck yeah! Isn't Jersey fucking doing hell good?
He was 4th and now he's 15th.
Fucking hell.
As we get another clearance. The Crows win the ball. Gee, Ben Keys is a player who's
He's fucking killed it,
he's having
eh?
a breakout year, yeah. Has one of the most punchable heads in the league, though. I'm 364th, but the comp keeps getting bigger because it keeps saying that I'm going up each round because it gives you the arrow, but
Yeah.
because it equates it, but yeah, there's 531 of us.
Nice.
I haven't actually checked the score of the Collingwood Gold Coast game yet.
It was like 15-7 a few minutes ago.
Yeah, 15-14 now.
Oh nice, Gold Coast.
Pies way. My check with 52 fantasy points already. Okay, Daniel sends them in. Oh, that's a good entry. Toby Green. player who's featuring, that's definitely an Indigenous member, a jumper. Toby Green's like kicked quite a few goals this year. He's in the outside running for the Coleman, which is incredible. Let's have a little glance at who my fantasy players are this game. So I've got Jordan Butts, unfortunately, because I just keep copying injuries. He was one of my players I had on the bench.
Is this a draft league or your classic?
Classic.
Yeah. I've given up on classic.
Yeah, well, he started on like 180k, and he's a key back. He's not going to get any points, but it's Toby Green. That is a decent kick, but I think the wind's just pushed it right. But I had like 4 injuries this week. I had Dusty, I had Dunkley, I had Neil, and I had Tim English. All 4 of them got injured this week.
Bullshit.
Yeah, got cucked. And then Braden Campbell got dropped. Pigs. And then, of course, I emergencied the wrong emergencies.
It's always the way.
Yeah. It sucks with fantasy this year. Who's number 7 for GWS?
Not coming, is it?
I've got him.
Yeah, I've got coming in my draft league. I was fucking
fantasy.
I was fucking spewing though, because like the week I picked him up, Lockie Ash was available as well. And as soon as I picked up coming, I'm like, I should have grabbed Ash instead. Went back to go grab him, and he was already gone.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ash.
But I sort of thought like Lockie Ash would be like the bit more of a higher ceiling, but a bit more sporadic in scoring. Whereas I was like, coming looks a bit more consistent.
He's looking fantastic. Chichi got 9 tipped correctly. Chichi, are you in the True Footy League? Because I don't know if you... Because I think we only had James Drew get 9 out of 9 last week.
I had an 8 out of 9, I think, last week.
I had a 3 out of 10 last Saturday night.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's a lie.
What was his name?
I tipped the Pies, Hamish. Do you also tip the Pies? Sure.
I think so. I'll check me. Yeah, tip the Pies.
Gold Coast win would be pretty entertaining though.
Yeah, bloody oath. Noah Anderson. Just bloody, you know how I put that Brownlow bet on Monday a few weeks ago for $10?
Yeah.
I can already cash it for like fucking 68.
Wow.
Like, so I got on him at 200, now he's down to like 23.
Wow.
So I can cash that for like $60.
That's very decent.
So it's got me thinking, so I chucked a couple of cheeky ones on long shot guys, but I reckon I'll have a good few weeks.
Yeah. It's hard to predict that though.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those ones I'm probably going to watch the Essendon and Carlton game, and if Darcy Parish is having a good game, I reckon I'll put a cheeky tenner on him. Yeah. Because he's probably had a couple of best ons, like under the radar ones, a bit like Mundy did before everyone clicked on. Mitch has come up with some interesting stats. Out of 13 outings, GWS have only won 3 against the Crows, and only one of them at Adelaide Oval. Fucking hell. And he also thinks the Giants get done by a couple of snags. I think it's fairly evenly matched so far. Adelaide have had a bit more about them going forward, but GWS look like they haven't. Like they've turned up to play to some extent. It's not looking one-sided. I'll be interested to see how Hogan goes. Oh yeah, true. Is this his first game? Yeah, I think it's his first game for GWS. Yeah, it is too. Oh, sorry, it's Kiki, not Chi-Chi. Sorry, I actually knew someone in high school with that spelling, and they went by Chi-Chi, so Kiki it is. Miller's had 13 disposals. Oh yeah, you can see Hogan with his little fucking goofy run. Is that Butts? Yes, Jordan Butts, and boy does he. Jordan Butt stuff. Wait, 7's Ash. Is it Ash? I thought it was Ash, but it didn't look. Oi, oh, Bobby! Goodness. Is that Bobby Hill? Yeah. That's fantastic. Toby Green. Tap that on. Flick the hand, son. Oh, too slow. Who are you? Is that Hogan? Yeah. That was really slow. He looks like a man who hasn't played AFL in a while. Which is evident, but... He's looked like a man who's had a few sessions in Shane Mumford. we got to give him a break on the old drug, don't we? No wonder he left Perth. Yeah. Cunts like us. Yeah. That's the thing where I'm like, I bet he fucking kills it for GWS. Now that he's in a state where not everyone that sees him out and about goes, oh my god, it's Jesse Hogan. Yeah. Oh my god, he's having a beer. What's he gonna do this time? Giants send the ball forward again. Mumford. Keep forgetting that guy. Bobby! Oh, Bobby! Oh, that's a great goal. What a start. That was elite. Very nice. Sounds pretty quiet at Adelaide Oval. I know we got it 10 down, but it doesn't... Yeah. I guess it was a GWS goal. Yeah. Camera's glitchy. Yeah, I know. Sorry, mate. I'm going to try and work out what the hell I'm doing wrong on streams, because it never used to be like that. It's the interwebs. Hamish says Bush is your name in the comp. D Bush 69.
Probably.
Is it actually?
I think it might be.
Really? I guess who else would be dbush69?
I forget what I made my username this year. Account details, that'll probably tell me.
What's your fantasy team called?
The Sunny Valbo Bandies.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Beautiful Trailer Park Boys reference.
I think I'm a Western Stank Lords.
Randy Bandy. Randy Bandy. Beautiful man.
Bobby Hill just kicked a sick goal.
Oh, sick. Dang it,
It's
Bobby.
hype.
Damn, Bobby.
Damn, Bobby.
Bobby Turcolino.
Pay your taxes. Oh, Callum Ward, is this a new
Oh.
clearance?
On the left, I would have banged that boy. I would have ran my 15 and from 50.
Yeah, but now he's got Toby Green.
And it is dbush69.
It is?
Yep.
Yeah, the chances of there being another dbush69 seem slim.
Slim to none.
You might say. I regret not eating before the stream.
What's the time?
Oh, Hamish is one in front of you. It is 12:19, my queen.
Slay Queen.
Toby Green lining up to put the Giants in front. He has, I reckon it's going to come back, but not enough. Not enough. All right, they're still in front.
Oh, the Nat 5 special, that one.
Callum
Long
Ward,
goal as well.
beautiful looking man.
Who? Callum Ward.
Wardy.
Yeah, he does have delicious hair. Nom, 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 nom.
The luscious logs. Prosciutto wishes he had hair like that.
Oh, Schoenberg going for a run. Quarter time in the other game, 15-14 by the looks. We could probably switch over at quarter time.
You know who else showed a berg? The Titanic, am I right?
Bleak.
People died.
Oh, Nick Murray.
You've got to be better than that.
Mazza.
I would drop in.
Is there two Murrays for Adelaide?
Didn't they pick up the drug guy, Murray? Whichever one got done.
Is that Sam Murray?
Might have been Sam. Or
From Collingwood?
Yeah.
Is it Sam Murray?
Nick or...
No, there's Sam Murray. That's
Yeah,
another
I'm
dude,
pretty sure it's Sam, yeah.
Nick Murray's playing. I don't think Sam's playing.
He's on their list though.
I think I'm confusing with Sam Berry. I don't even think so. I could be wrong. Nah, former professional player.
Former?
Yeah. Former nuts in your mouth. And GWS have the ball inside 50. Toby Green's been prominent today. He's had two behinds, but...
Wardy.
Bang!
Oh, spoiled over the line. The Giants have shown up. I'm really only going for them for my tip, but I don't really care who wins.
That's a thick boy.
Also,
That's Murray.
we're supposed to be wearing masks right now. If the government's watching.
Shut up. Thanks for saying that live, you plonker. Do you reckon? Yeah, I suppose.
Nah, I think
I actually
because
don't
you're allowed
know.
to have gatherings of 30 now in your house.
Yeah, but inside is still masked, no?
Something weird like that, mate. I'm not sure.
No.
I've got mine.
Oh,
You
well.
didn't hear any of that.
If the government is watching and listening, this is not a live stream and it was filmed 2 weeks ago.
And I'm not the same named person who may or may not be applying for a government job. I've seen one that's interesting, but I'm probably going to apply for it.
Nice.
Mitchy Buttsworth has popped up for $6 of donations.
Mitchy's firing the fucking
I think he's given us $50 this week. I mean, the last 2 days actually.
You are putting food on the table
You
for
really
the
are.
boys.
Yeah, and I'm broke ass.
I
No,
actually
Thank you so much, Mitch.
I didn't check the mail for like quite a while, like I want to say over a month, and I had a dentist appointment which cost me like $400, like after my private health, and so like this I get paid monthly, so like it's coming up to the last like 10 days of my pay month, and I was just like fucking tight as like
Gross.
Bush's butt. So I was just like, shit boy, things are getting tight. Went and checked the mail just out of curiosity. Found a birthday card with $50 in it.
Damn.
Woo! We're eating tonight, boys.
No more cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
bacon and eggs now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hogan.
Thank you so much, Mitch. Just bloody pumping us with cash at the moment. Absolute legend.
Appreciate
He
it.
did actually ask what are our thoughts on Eddie M after watching the video. So he sent me the video last night on the prison bars debate on Footy Classified between
Cornsey and
Cornsey.
fucking,
Yeah, did you watch that?
I haven't seen it before.
Oh, okay. Gets quite heated.
I'm sure it does between Cornsey and fucking Eddie. That's sourpuss. I
So,
assume Eddie's having a bitch
not up to
constantly.
date with any of this. Can you explain what's...
Sure, I'll turn on the cam and then tell you.
It's good content.
It's alright. It's mediocre like the rest of True Footy. GWS, get out of trouble. Okay, so Port Adelaide's history is Port Adelaide Footy Club, the Magpies, right? And in the SANFL, the sample, they wore Collingwood sort of style black and white, kind of different, but yeah. So then they joined the AFL in '97, forming a new entity, the Port Adelaide Footy Club, but they kind of... Well, Eddie says that they were denouncing the SANFL. I don't know how true that is, but basically, Port Adelaide fans who support the AFL team equally, like, consider themselves the Port Magpies. Like, they think of it as one huge entity. Like, they say established 1870, they count all their premierships.
They're still the Magpies in the SANFL, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but they are technically two entities. But anyway, so when they came into the AFL, they adopted the colour teal, which is what Eddie said, because obviously there's already a black and white team, so there was an agreement that they can't wear black and white stripes.
Yes.
And then,
Is this why their heritage jumper is very Collingwood looking?
Well, yeah, that's what the
whole debate's about.
Yeah, so that's what this debate's about, because Collingwood are uncomfortable with Port Adelaide wearing that jumper too much. So in 2007, there's a signed contract saying that that Port Adelaide can wear. Because you remember we used to have a heritage round?
Yeah.
You can wear a heritage jumper. So Collingwood, including Eddie Maguire, signed a contract saying you can wear this jersey one off in heritage round. Okay.
Obviously, Collingwood can't play Port Adelaide in that round.
Yeah, so there was like another clause that said if it's a Port Adelaide Collingwood game, it wouldn't happen, but they probably just wouldn't schedule it that game. And then there was also an interesting side note that said that you can't. Port Adelaide agreed not to sell a retail line of their Port Adelaide jumpers, but if you look at the recent heritage game, half the crowd were wearing the Port Adelaide Magpies jumpers.
Couldn't they just sell it through the Magpies Club rather than the Port Adelaide Power Club? That's how I'd get it.
If I'm not for sure. If I'm not mistaken, they actually had an AFL logo on it, which changes it.
Oh yeah, that's a bit more.
Is that no, it's Daniels. It's the Giants line up for another goal. So anyway, so Eddie's what they were kind of stoushing about was, if you look at the contract, it says, and so what Port Adelaide now lobbying for is to wear it in showdowns. Okay, but there's no heritage round anymore. So Eddie's saying, hey, there's no heritage round anymore. That contract doesn't apply. And Kane Corns is saying, why is it okay that they wore it in the heritage round now? Why did you sign that contract allowing it, and then now Collingwood don't want it? So now to sum it up, really, Port Adelaide is saying we want to wear this once or even twice in showdowns only, and Collingwood are like, nah, stuff it. Or Collingwood and Maguire are saying stuff ya. That's unreasonable.
It definitely sounds like Collingwood's are the ones that are being unreasonable.
Yeah.
To just say look, we're only going to wear it in heritage round, it's never going to clash, and for Collingwood to be like, nah, only because it slightly resembles their fucking jersey, that just seems a little bit dumb.
Yeah, I agree if it's just the once or twice off showdown. But yeah, so Collingwood are being precious, but if you're looking at what the contracts are signed, Port Adelaide don't really have a leg to stand on.
Exactly, yeah. So contractually, they've done everything they've had to do legally from the binding contract.
Mm-hmm.
Morally, though, it's a bit.
It's just they're just being a tiny bit unreasonable to not sign a new contract to say, okay, fine, because there's no heritage round, we'll let you wear this in showdowns only.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. So yeah, it is incredible how much Port fans seem passionate about wearing the prison bars. They call it the prison bars.
I guess if Fremantle was aligned with either East or South, you'd probably see that passion more like wearing the Bulldogs jumper or the Sharks.
Yeah, the Bulldogs jumper is obviously not dissimilar to Sydney, so it'd be like Sydney being like, hey, bro.
Even East Freo's colours are kind of similar to North Melbourne, but...
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Quite a different design.
Yeah, we never wear those prison bar style ones, do we?
Yeah.
Actually, I believe the old school was more Geelong hoop style.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you're right. I had one of those old jumpers.
But it was like North Melbourne colours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Real Geelong. I've got a real old school East Freo jumper on.
I guess that's a good way to sum it up, is to say, I think Collingwood are being a little bit precious with it. As Whitfield gets
it's
the
a
ball.
bit of a recurring theme for Collingwood, really.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Especially Eddie.
I can understand why they don't want the line to keep getting further though. Like I can understand, like you signed a contract, you're not the same team, you can't wear that jumper all the time.
But they signed that contract under the context of there being a heritage round.
Yeah.
Now
and
that's no longer.
Well, that's the other little thing I think David Koch took exception with, because Eddie Maguire said he knew there was going to be a heritage round scrapped, and David Koch is like, that's insider trading, which it definitely is not the same thing as insider trading, but
they're not making money from that knowledge.
Yeah.
I think like the main point is like, and I think the point that obviously I haven't seen it, but the point that it seems that Kay Corn was getting to was he was saying you've signed a contract to allow us to wear it once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Given there is a heritage round. Now the heritage round is dropped. We still want to wear that once or twice a year. Why is it not reasonable that we can just pick a new date that's not going to align with you? For example, we'll pick showdowns. Like, if you allowed it before, why won't you allow it now? We're not going to wear it any more or any less. We're just asking to still be able to wear it once or twice a year.
Yeah, 100%.
And it just seems like, Collingwood obviously being unreasonable and being like, nah, we're not allowing that. And it's like, well, you kind of already did.
Yeah.
Like, it was a different reason, but you still allowed us to wear it for once or twice a year. So why now is all of a sudden a big deal?
Exactly. It's also worth noting Eddie Maguire is not actually aligned with Collingwood anymore.
Even though in saying that, I was having a conversation with Beery the other day. I was saying, I bet even without a formal position in the AFL, Eddie Maguire has more influence than Simon Garlick and Trevor Nisbet combined.
Yeah.
Two actual club leaders, Eddie Maguire would still have more fucking pull than those two.
Why would that be though? Does he have like stakes in the company or something? Like
he's the king of Melbourne. He fucking every grand final lunch he's like the networking cunt. It's like networking with everyone's like fucking.
The networking what?
Okay.
Oh god, you can't. That's like the third one this stream. But yeah, sorry, continue.
But yeah.
Interesting.
Sorry, that killed the
but
conversation.
Eddie's
there.
like a serious power broker even without an actual position in the league.
Yeah, it is true.
I imagine I can just see him being like just like a horrible person behind the scenes. I don't know why I get that feeling, but like I just feel like I could imagine him just being like a real arrogant and just I'm trying to not swear, but I'm trying to describe him.
Yeah. I've checked out so many players and stuff that I would love to get on the podcast. Just like before, I was like,
that's a grab.
Ben Keith's got a punchable head, eh?
Also, messages his managing agent.
Is that Hogan?
Yeah.
Has Hogan launched that for a behind? Yes, he has. 4 points the margin. GWS inaccurate in front of goal, and I think it looks a little blustery today.
Mitchie Bosworth is going. See you, Mitchie.
I'll see you, mate. Thanks for
that was a
joining.
few minutes ago. He's probably already gone.
Oh, rats.
Love you, Mitch.
Thanks, Mitchie. Kev Magpies, Collingwood fan, points out that they let them wear it last year because it was 150 years of Adelaide, so that's why they wore it last year. But
fair.
Yeah.
Let them wear it in the showdowns. Who cares?
Yeah, that's what I
know. No one cares about South Australia.
Aditya's in the chat and he says, "Is this from Spotless or Adelaide?" It's in Adelaide, mate.
Why did you say that like you're gonna punch him?
Oh, I didn't. No. He's a good friend of the channel. Eagles fan. Legend. Oh, from my fantasy team. Out of the full. Fuck's sake.
Is that negative points?
I think it's either 0 or -1. I can't remember. I think you get 3 points for a kick and -3 for out of bounds in the full, so it should go to 0.
Yeah, hopefully
I could be wrong.
Net neutrality.
Sam asked if we stream the derby. No, I'm going to vlog it because I'm attending. But Druzy will probably vlog it. Stream it because I don't think he got a ticket. I could be wrong.
Would have been hard as a Dockers.
Whose home game is it?
Eagles. Yeah. But it's only 75 capacity and there's like 60,000 Eagles members who've already seen.
Yeah, and this is a big game in the sense that... Yeah.
How many does... I swear I ask this every week, but how many does Optus house?
60.
60. I think
at capacity, but it's 75, so it's about 45,000.
Yeah, I think the record's like 50.
And there's...
Oh, Lockie Whitfield in his return game has...
Oh, he's got a lucky
almost made a meal of it.
He's fucked that, surely.
Cleaned it up, I reckon.
No, he's kicked it from behind. Not an ideal run, but... Kiki says, I tip Tigers and if Suns and GWS win, my tip's doing great. Yeah, that would be 3 very good tips and 3 pretty tough game to tip.
Oh, big Texas out
Tex
there.
is so slow. Look at him.
Texas, yeah.
And he still gets the
done.
fucking ball and probably boots the goal.
Oh, he's missed. What'd you say? Far out.
Boots the goal.
Settle down.
I feel like it's so ingrained in your vocabulary that
Yeah.
I can't even imagine you like being at work and not being able to not say it.
I think in court.
So
Please, the court. This guy's a bit of a.
Jay Italia says, does the retail clause not apply now as well since there's no heritage round? Is that contract just essentially voided? That is an interesting point. So the contract applies to heritage rounds, but the clause, I think, is worded.
But yeah, if I wonder if the commerciality clause is only. Yeah, I wonder if that's what he's hinting at there.
I don't know.
Like if there's a
We need to
provision
find
of
someone who
like,
studied law.
maybe if it was like a provision of them like getting to wear the jersey in the heritage round because they can't profit off it, but now that they can't wear it in the heritage round, maybe they could just, without actually wearing it, release it and sell it to fans.
Yeah.
That'd be a bit of a funny fuck you to Collingwood.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the contract is ever voided as such, just because it's been satisfied. Because you can always bring heritage rounds back and the contract would apply, right?
Probably. You probably want to look at the exact writing, obviously.
Yeah. That seems like a big commitment report to say never make retail.
Yeah.
Never make a retail line.
But I could see why when all this was being talked about when they first did the contract, Collingwood insisted on that.
Yeah.
why though? I don't understand.
Because that's probably considered capitalising off their trademarks or whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly what they would be suggesting.
Even though it's
Like off their likeness.
yeah.
Yeah, even though it is quite a different jumper.
It is, yeah. That's, just because they look similar, like
Yeah.
that's like saying Collingwood and North Melbourne being like, "Hey, we both got those stripes. We can't,
Yeah.
You can't do that."
Yeah.
It's
Is
like
that legal?
It looks too similar.
I will make it legal.
Bush, who is your favourite young forward? Hamish asks. Ooh, that's a toughie. I do
Favourite
love me
young-
some Oscar Allen. I'll mention his name. I'm also a big. I like Logan McDonald even in its early days. Who else am I a big fan of?
Oscar Allen?
I've mentioned him,
But
but
did you say?
he was my first mention. He was my first cab off the rank.
Jay Italia says, not sure pre-law myself, so I wouldn't know, but thought it's an argument for Port.
Jay Italia, get out of law while you can, son.
Yeah, I was going to say, we both actually
Wrong.
have law degrees, which is funny that we couldn't answer the contract law question. I
Mate, I got dead on 50% in advanced contract law, son.
Did
Smoke
you?
that bitch.
I think I actually did well in contract. I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
because you did it the year where it was because I did business law the year it was piss easy, and you did it the year it was fucked. Remember how they?
Yeah.
So I did it the year where everyone got a HD, and then they overcompensated the year you did it. And made it insane and hard.
Right.
And a similar thing happened with contract, but you did contract.
Gotcha. I think we also had a very good lecturer, but no.
Moonsy.
I think my guess here. I'd probably need to look at the contract again. And It's been a while since I've had my contract law hat on, but I would be inclined to think that term is not voided. I'd be inclined to say.
It's just funny that like Port Adelaide's lawyers that were obviously looking at this contract and like drafting up the terms didn't consider like what would happen if this is not and sort of have like a definition or have some sort of special clause that would say like if the heritage round is scrapped then we reserve the right to
But Eddie probably, because Eddie knew the heritage round was getting pissed off, he probably would have kicked up shit then.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But you're right. You're making a point.
Oh, I wish we had sports law as an elective, Chris. That would have been sick.
Yeah, that would be cool. Well, I don't
He
know.
reckons they talked about the Barry Hall punch in it. That would have been a fun one in class.
Yeah, you know what? I think that came up in torts.
A little, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it came up as
this would be so
Oh, what a goal!
Sammy Reid.
Was that out of bounds though?
Nah,
That's the only
that's
good question. No, they're calling it.
Oh wow.
That's-
That looked into me.
That was one of the
Oh,
best.
he's called to the throw, I think.
Oh,
actually.
what?
Oh, that's. It looked like a fair slap to me.
Yeah,
Fair
they're
slap.
they're so weird with the ruling now. So like, from my understanding, if you show an open hand and you hit the ball and the ball elevates from the level that you hit it, it's considered a throw.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it probably was a throw.
Oh, was it? I can't
That's
remember.
why like on the ground you can't do these ones anymore.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like it should be, and maybe it used to be like this, but it's just about the connection. As long as you're not getting like too much time,
and as long as the ball isn't like stopping in your hand for a period of time, like,
yeah.
where it shows like a clear control and grab.
Yeah.
But yeah, from my understanding, it's if you hit the ball with an open hand and it elevates from your hand, then that's considered a throw.
Right. Interesting.
I was thinking
That's
the
stiff.
King brothers home.
Oh yeah, the King brothers are awesome.
I'm a fan of them too. I love the pace. They're some quick bastards.
Yeah.
Benny Boy winning the grand final sprint at 6'8".
Yeah, that's incredible.
Who's that?
Ben King.
Yeah.
From
Ben? Yeah, it was Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
Gold Coast.
Oh,
But his brothers at Saints, twin brother.
that's what I was thinking.
They're twins. They're same physically imposing gentlemen.
Gold.
They're twins, they're the same person.
Gold
It's like
Coast,
Mark Heath and Marcus Morris.
Yeah, right.
Have you heard that rumour where they reckon Mark Heath's filled in for Marcus when he's
Yeah, yeah.
injured and shit?
Yeah.
Mark Weave.
That's pretty much how it's
We're
pronounced.
going to flick over just for quarter time and then go back to the Giants game. But it looks like the Suns are slowly rolling Collingwood. And my tipping is copying an absolute beating. I'd love a Gold Coast win, to be honest.
Has Stewie Drew been one of the best coaches for
He's
Gold
been
Coast?
solid since he's come in.
So the
Yeah.
bar is very, very low. But we'd have to say they're certainly on a more positive track than they've ever looked.
It was interesting getting the inside of him last season in that making.
Oh my god, that's just fucking woeful.
Yeah, it was poor. I can't imagine this is a very high standing game. Collingwood are 17th at the moment. Imagine tipping
How
them for the
come,
grand final.
how come every Collingwood player comes in and within a couple of years is just covered in tattoos? Like it happens so consistently, like more than any other club.
True. Culture, bro.
Yeah, like Trey Roscoe, he looked relatively straight edge, just leaving Eastern Yandel now.
Yeah.
Even Jeremy Howe spent so long in Melbourne and did nothing, goes to Collingwood and then gets 2 full sleeves.
Did he have no tats at Melbourne?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he had any there. Yeah.
I mean, I could be talking absolute shit, and I do most of the time, but
But I think you're right on
He
that.
said it with such confidence, though. I'm impressed.
It's all about confidence, baby.
Do you guys reckon you can hold up the stream for a couple of minutes while I cook some toast?
Do what you gotta do, mate.
Yeah, actually, I'll still be around.
What about Norton Hamish, you reckon? Yeah, he's a bit of a shank. I like him as a back because he's like can climb the takes and
He's got that flog about him, though.
yeah.
Makes him hard to like.
very much.
It's all about confidence, baby. Your gin's still here, bro.
Fuck yeah. Let's get lit. Now I gotta drive home and take care of this stuff. You know what?
Wow, where are the folks?
They're heading up to the Cass before Dad goes back to Queensland tomorrow. Mum's had a rough few weeks, so he thought it'd be a nice little thing, get a room at the hotel casino, have a nice night. But on the plus side, Granny's doing better now, so fuck yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Fuck yeah. She's out of ICU. Fuck yeah.
Oh, she knows you.
Yeah. She was probably better off in there, to be fair, because like when they stuck her on a ward the first time, like the nurses are under the fucking pumps. Like when she was on the ward, no one was checking on her constantly. So she ended up back in ICU because no one was checking on her in the ward.
Oh, wow.
Mum was fucking ropeable.
Yeah.
Ropeable.
Yeah,
Such a weird phrase.
Bloody oath.
To me, it means to be with the rope.
To be one with the rope. Embrace the rope.
Very ropeable.
Charlie Ballard's a good young player.
Yeah, I don't mind a bit, Charlie.
And that's what I've heard.
That didn't even process for a few seconds.
Oleg Markov, son of the Olympian, wasn't he? It's like a hurdle. I don't know.
Something.
Or maybe it was javelin.
Oh, what
Something.
are you doing? Is who was that player that Gold Coast had back in the day, like when they first started? He was like a young guy, obviously. Played off the halfback, had an absolute booming left foot.
Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Is he
Is he
he's
still
at Port.
Yeah,
Is
it's
he?
Adelaide. Yeah, Trent
He's a
McKenzie.
bit of a fringe player there.
Yeah.
He's just like a specialist because he's got the big boot.
Yeah, makes him walk a bit funny. Sort of finds himself going around in a circle constantly.
It's a bit of a funny gait.
Funny gate.
Has Brody Grundy done fuck all this year?
I think he's built momentum, actually. He's had a few big games, like a couple of 120 fantasy. But I
Yeah,
don't-
funnily enough, because he's my captain in Classic and I haven't even looked after round one.
Yeah.
Really Classic.
I got stung with a couple of outs in my dream team that I just couldn't account for.
Yeah.
But last I checked last night, I had 4 players playing and they all got 100.
Oh, that's good. Who'd you have? Gold Coast looking good, by the way.
So I had helmet bloke from Western Bulldogs.
Caleb Daniel, yeah.
Helmet
Helmet bloke.
12.
Shire Baggins.
I can't remember. I'm not going to try to say all the names. I've literally forgotten.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Bond.
it's not important, no.
Bailey Smith.
Yes.
Nice. He had 100, did he?
Close to a 90 something maybe.
Yeah, I was happy. My draft league, all 3 of my players in last night's game turned up.
Turned up.
Yeah. Jaden Short, Bonson,
Turned up.
Shy Bolton.
Yeah, I got Shy Bolton as well.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I just got him.
Did he get 100?
Yeah, he scraped it 101 in the end.
Yeah.
Because he got those late goals. I was just sitting there like, yes.
Yeah.
Cop that collar.
And then I had, who was their debutant last night?
Collie Dawkins.
Oh yeah.
So I had him.
Yeah.
I think I only just got him. He was on my bench as like one of my rookies. 170, and I think he got like 60 something points. So I'm hoping that he might go up in value and I can sell him, or if he keeps playing.
Cash cow, baby.
Yeah, just try and like ride him for the uplift in val, and then skirt out of there with some fucking dollary doos, boy.
That's the property value we're putting in work. Looking at these players like houses.
Got him, mate. Got him.
Would you say Caleb Daniel's a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom with a nice pool? I don't know.
Are you forgetting that I don't?
In a good
Are you
area.
forgetting that I don't do residential at all?
Yeah, that's true.
No, he's a
He's a fucking warehouse, bro.
he's a fucking 9 metre truss, clear spanning warehouse with some hardstand area at the back. That's what I want.
That's beautiful.
Yep. Good circulation.
Good inbuilt crane in the roof already.
Yeah.
Nice tonnage.
Yep.
This is quality content.
No one cares.
Minecraft.
No one touched it.
Crow Boys videos as Tips, Sons and Crows.
Maynard just looks like a bloke that if I was big and strong, I'd want to punch in the head.
Yeah,
I wouldn't obviously because
If I was in the same weight
I
class,
bet
I'd love
you
to
he's
fight him.
huge, but like he just looks like a dude that you'd want to just absolutely drop.
Yeah.
But he's big, so he probably would never get dropped in his life.
It's like, if I was in his weight class, I'd love to drop him.
I reckon Maynard would be pretty easy to block.
Mm.
Willie Rioli would know.
That fucking Gold Coast player's getting gangbang there.
Welcome to True Footy. So, a bit of news from True Footy as well. Signed up second sponsor. So, I hope you like hearing about VPNs. So, yeah, if you guys actually are looking for a VPN, I've got a link in the description. You get like 70% off NordVPN with us.
Do you reckon people know what a VPN is?
Yeah, I think it's pretty widespread now.
I didn't.
Oh, really?
No.
Basically lets you, I know you know, but I'm saying for the audience, lets you sign in to other countries. Makes you surf the web as though you're in another country. So you can watch the US Netflix by signing in through the US. If you're overseas and you want to watch KO, you can, because KO is only available to Australians.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've got a good little skim like that. I haven't tried this one yet, but I've heard about it. NBA League Pass. You set your VPN to India and it only costs $60 for the season instead of $360.
I heard that that apparently Egypt is hell cheap.
Okay, Egypt.
That was from Hayden, guy that plays for Coburn Cougars. He's friends with Frosty.
Belly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he told me that.
Yeah.
He reckons that he used to do it. Apparently he had a mate that was from there, and so he'd get his parents. So he'd basically get a big order together of all his mates, and he'd get his parents to purchase all these like accounts. And like it would literally cost them not a lot of money.
Yeah, like third world countries for like stuff like League Pass.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
Apparently it's real cheap. So
Yeah.
I got Laird in my team, I think. If anyone.
How do you know
anyone
about
asks.
me again?
worked together at Sports Power because his auntie owned it or uncle
Yeah.
owned it or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever relation it was. I think it was
Yeah.
his uncle. Yeah.
Because he's recently retired from SBL to join Frosty's Monday Night Melville team. Apparently.
I'm sure he'd go off on that.
Yeah, that team's fucking stacked, eh?
So last night I had Caleb Daniel got 112.
Yeah.
Jay Short I got 105.
Yeah, Jordan Short, I've got
Yeah, yeah.
Bailey
Yeah,
Smith
yeah.
99. Shy Bolton 101. Wow. What time was it for the Collingwood game?
Like 5:30. Hit Perth time.
No, like how long? How?
second quarter.
Oh yeah, never mind. He's my captain. That's why. I was gonna say Brody Rennie's got 110.
Oh, sorry, Collingwood Gold Coast. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about mid-second.
And that Collier Dawkins got 63.
Not bad for a firstie. What was he, 180? 170 or whatever?
I got him 170, yeah.
Nice.
But I had Dunkley didn't play. What's the go with him? Do you reckon he's
Out for 3 months. Yeah, shoulder
to
recon.
sell him? And Dustin Martin didn't play.
Yeah,
He'll be
he's
back.
in 1 to 2.
Yeah.
So that's my only two that aren't playing. Given that all the other players in my...
Joel there from whoever that guy is.
Good commentary.
Oh, for McHenry.
No, it's Kennedy. It's Murphy.
Oh, Murphy. Lockie Murphy, yeah. The mullety thing made me think McHenry for some reason.
Yeah, he does look a bit like a so-and-so.
He looks a bit like Ned Flanders. Ugly. Bit of a grubber kick, but it worked out.
There's a dog of a kick.
You know what's a funny football memory I have? Oh, actually, I won't tell that.
Yeah, mate, tell the people.
So I'm just looking at the footy now with the scoreboard of the other game in the bottom right corner. But do you remember when it was Channel 9 broadcast and they used to like really look after you if you didn't want to know the other score? So they'd be like, and the scores from the other game will now be on the screen. So if you don't want to know the score, look away now. And it would put the score up and it would go, do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Do you remember that? No, not stirring a single memory? That was
Probably
like...
a bit before my time, maybe.
Really? I mean, yeah, okay. I'll just fuck myself.
That'd be good.
You said that'd be good. Toby Green has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's good, eh?
In fact,
He's the classic, would have been a gun midfielder in his junior years and then gets drafted to an elite team with some crazy midfielders and going forward and turned his career into a forward.
he was drafted as an inside mid.
Yeah.
Two goals, 9 GWS. They should be way further in front.
That was one thing that I held liked my juniors coach they did for me. He made me play forward pocket. So like I sort of was like a pretty average player growing up, right? And then I sort of got to this like decent level where I started showing that I could be a decent footballer, and I was like under 14s ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to under 16s, he made me play a whole year as a forward pocket only. Literally like wouldn't let me leave the forward line, and this was when I was like playing as like a wing prior to that and like really loving it, getting a heap of the pill.
Mm-hmm.
And then made me play as a forward pocket. And then the next year, in my second year of under 16s, put me back on the wing, and that's when I started getting a heap of pill and kicking goals. So like,
So it made you more well-rounded.
yeah. Because before that, I just wouldn't kick goals. I was just like play pure midfield. But then after a year in the forward line, I mean, you've got to kick goals. That's the whole like metric of if you played well or not.
Loves the snag.
The draftees these days, almost all of them have a second position.
Yeah, you got it right.
They're all like defender mids, defender forwards. Key position players generally have played either forward and back, or I mean, like a combination of both. So
Yeah, you see that a lot. Like,
it's because when you think about these kids that are trying to get drafted, they're like, what's the best way I can improve my like brand and what do you call it?
Draftability.
Draftability is to be able to play multiple positions. We're reducing interchange cap like consistently.
you know, like even Brendan Cox was an All-Australian back in under 18s, drafted, played him forward early, and then they put him back.
Yeah.
Heaps guys like that. Even Ben King.
The King twins both played forward and back. Yeah. I mean, Ben King was the defender out of the two, and now he's a gun key forward.
Yeah, because Max did his ACL the draft year, and Ben had to go forward, I think.
Even like as a ruckman, like if you drafted like a young ruckman, you'd love it if you could just like put him up, like rest him in a forward pocket or something, and he could just like take a big mark and have a steady set shot and kick some goals.
Yeah.
Changes him as a player. Like
That's
makes him so much more valuable.
You've seen Tim English and Sean Darcy add that to their games this year, I'd say.
It's super important. It's kind of like guys in the NBA, even tall guys, having to have an outside jump shot these days.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you just get abused.
Oh, what a kick by Seedsman. He's found, was it
Oh,
Rowe?
yeah, that's
Rowe,
absolute grub.
Rowe has tried to fire a turd through the goals.
I'm fucking ropeable because LeBron came back today, and like in fantasy basketball, I'm in a close semi-final. There's like 10 points in it, and LeBron's not been on my injury reserve list. and I wouldn't let me bring him off today. It wouldn't let me until tomorrow. I was fucking pissed. I wanted to get him in for today's game.
Alright. Why were they playing?
Someone, but it's just like
it's not the matchup. It's just because it's the.
And I'm only 10 points behind in a semi-final.
Right. I see what
And
you're
there's
saying.
like 3 days left.
Well, bring him in for the grand final, mate, and we'll just bloody.
I'm gonna have some good ins for the grandy because I picked up LaMelo Ball when everyone dropped him because he's coming back probably next few days.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox, I've still got on my injury reserve.
Yeah, he's going off at the moment.
Yeah, but then he copped a fucking 10 to 14 day COVID fucking sabbatical.
Is that just like close contact type stuff?
Yeah. So
he's tested negative, but
yeah,
he's been
they're still being cautious.
traced down as a close contact of someone that had it.
Yeah, so they're saying 10 to 14 days, but that was about all.
That was nuts that time that they did that to Durant. Like, he's literally warming up on the court around everybody, and then there's country like, no, you can't play.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. And then they let him play and then dragged him halfway through the game. Yeah, that was whack.
Wow, I did not call that a mark. Oh!
Outback Hoops experience commented. Is that you, Frosty?
What? Is he
Outback,
there?
it looks like Outback Hoops experience is commented.
Can you sign in?
I think we both had the sign in, so I assume it's him.
Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I've been abandoning the chat a little bit. Jesse creaming down the toast like Bush on a Saturday night, yeah. He said that's creaming on the toast. Mitch Buttsworth is in the car now, but listening to Pies vs. Suns. And half the listeners are texting in saying Buckley out.
Yeah, with the Outback Hoops experience, trying to beat Jesse by the end of the year, we'll be lucky to get his personal channel.
Mate. James Brown, welcome to the chat.
I feel good.
Druzy is not in the chat, but he will be streaming later tonight.
Drew's not in the chat.
Sorry, he's not in the stream. Come on, man.
He's learning how to kung fu fight.
Yeah, he's doing a bit of boxing today.
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah. Try to think of one. Kieran says he's with the Crows in this one. Yeah, they've definitely dominated the last few minutes. But is that Finlayson? He's got a tough shot, but this would be a bit of a momentum killer. He hasn't had a shot, he's centred it, which is just gone out of bounds on the full. Maybe it was a shot.
You get that ball to Sausage Mumford, you get that ball to him immediately.
Or you live in his granny flat.
Yeah, fuck her. I'd live in Shane Mumford's granny flat. Sounds like a good time.
But would you let Richmond's full forward off a horse?
Why would you lynch a horse?
What about Graham from Richmond?
Yeah.
Good work, Humming. Get those Rem 10 points up, son.
Yeah, got him as well.
Yeah, same.
And boy is he. Sends it deep. And Hogan's there. Doesn't quite bring it down.
Give that man a free
He
kick.
wanted the free
That's
kick.
ball, maybe.
Yeah, that's ball. He wanted a free kick there, Hogan.
That's
For,
maybe then,
I thought that was nothing.
So unconfident.
Would you
Oh,
say?
that's ball, maybe.
Yes,
I think it is, yeah.
This guy's a bit of a class act, isn't he?
George
Yeah.
Cows.
Having a bit of a down year though.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I believe they call him the Rolls Royce of players. That's my dad that calls him that.
He is a good player. He's a very talented player.
Pick 2 behind Tom Boyd. It was one of the more talented pick ones we've ever seen.
Yeah, this guy should have been up there with Bonton Cripps, but he's a fair way down at the moment. He's a lefty and he's bloody done very well. He's missed 2 goals, 10.
That's a real Jesse McCall kick from the.
2 goals, 11. I nailed those shots. Those are the only 2 I nailed.
Yeah.
But okay. I was gonna say I had to think what you were talking about then. Yeah.
Do they?
26 in the chat. Thanks for joining, guys. I would love if you could like the stream and
I just
subscribe.
did. I just like this
Oh,
guy.
you're a good man.
Like and subscribe. Oh, Mumford just loves to hurt people.
Yeah, he does. Eh?
He lines up from 30 metres away and just absolutely marinates you.
Oh, good tackle.
In the back.
Hately against his former club gets crunched.
Ouchtown population, you bro. I was watching a bit
Bang,
of football the
bro.
other day.
Sounds like a Jake Paul thing to say.
It was Jason Bateman in dodgeball.
Oh, right.
I love Jason Bateman in dodgeball, so underrated.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Jason
You know the 2 commentators, Pepper is like, Pepper needs new shorts in dodgeball.
Oh, good handball there from Green.
Is he the one with the dodgeball fire?
Yeah, the younger commentator, yeah.
He's from Arrested Development as well.
and Horrible
Oh,
Bosses.
it's that dude. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like one of his early roles.
Yeah, no, you are right. You are really right.
Chris is asking if we're streaming Derby 52. No, I'm going to vlog it because I'm going to be there.
Oh, Hamish with the important questions here. Jackson Nelson or Lockie Schultz? Lockie fucking Schultz. I love that man.
Anything but
Schultz
Nelson.
is good. I don't think Nelson's that bad.
No, he's not. I just love to hate him.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even bagging out Nelson. I just friggin' love Lockie Schultz, to be honest.
Yeah, it's hard to compare a defender and a forward, but Lockie Schultz is probably a better player, yeah.
Oh, Plonkosaurus. Nicotine, he says. Drew's
Oh, well, welcome, Big Daddy.
He says, nice muscles, Dad.
Nicotine. Thanks, Cheese. This is my first gym session in 2 weeks. I stupidly had like half a week or a week off the gym before lockdown, and we couldn't go for another week, so I was like, fuck.
It's good to have the rest period every now and again, I reckon.
Yeah, as long as it's short.
No, obviously they reckon.
Yeah, I'm no gymnastics expert.
You're
Gymnastics?
You're still on your 1 week off, aren't you?
Yeah, it's been about 3 years.
Yeah, in dog years.
It's probably been longer than 3, actually.
Yeah, I think it was like 2015, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like when I used to go with you in snowballs.
Yeah. Don't go on that. It sounds overtly
What was
sexual.
your benching in the end?
80s?
80s.
I was in the 80s. Yeah.
Shit, boy.
Not for much reps, but I could do some 80s.
How's I was hell pissed when I was in Gero over Easter, and I was over at one of my mates' house, and he has a bit of weight set up, and we're all like pissed, fire, and everyone's steaming. And I look over and he's got his bench press set up, and I was like, "Oh, how much is on that bench?" And he's like, "Oh, 90." And so I was like, "Spot me."
No warm up.
Pissed as, no warm up, and I'm just like got this 90 kegs on my chest.
And that's how we tore our pectoral muscle.
It was a rough time.
Where are we at in the chat? Shout out.
Did you have a game today?
I've got a game today.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
Like 2:40.
Nice. Home game?
Yeah, boy.
Fuck yeah, handy. What are you playing, Rezi?
Oh, O'Halloran's found.
Huh?
Is
What
that
are you
him or
playing,
Berg?
League, Rezi?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But
He's
also,
back in the league soon.
Yeah, I've been this year. It was only last year that I was playing Reggies because I wouldn't go to training, and I told him that I just wanted to play.
Yeah.
Butters or Walsh?
Ooh.
I like Butters.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of
Yeah.
Butters.
Walsh is very good though.
Butters is more X factor, but
Yeah.
Walsh's vanilla floor is higher than probably Butters' floor. But Butters got that X factor.
Show me your
Walsh
vanilla
is
floor.
Cripps or Bond?
Bond. Comfortably at the moment.
Bond or Dusty?
I think that gap's pretty close. You'd probably still say
Yeah,
Dusty
you
though.
have to go Dusty's.
But yeah, I think they're 1 and 2 for me.
David Mundy
How old is Bond
or
right
Dusty
now?
Munn?
25, turning 26.
25-year-old Bond. So current day Bond or 25-year-old Patrick Dangerfield?
25-year-old Patrick Dangerfield was 2014? What year is he born in? Is he 89?
Something
He's
like
about 30.
I think he's 90. I think he's
Yeah.
born in 90. So what? That's 2015, and that would have been right before he
his
won
last
the Brownlow.
Adelaide year, I think.
And who was the first player? Dusty?
25
Or Bond.
current.
Oh, Bond.
Current
Ooh.
Bond or 25-year-old.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's twice.
26-year-old Danger probably takes it, but 25-year-old Danger, I'd say Bond, if that makes sense. Like,
Well,
you would-
you get him for the future.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
So what player would you bring to your team?
Ooh.
You'd get a decade.
Oh,
That's
that's
hard because
hard.
you know what Dangerfield has done, and then you just could also
Yeah.
assume that Bond's going to go on the same
Yeah.
trajectory that he is now.
Yeah, that's tough, hey.
I'd probably go Bont. So I think Bont's skills are far ahead of what Dangerfield's probably.
Yeah,
is.
Danger can't kick. He's just got that pure power and
But
acceleration.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
an unbelievable athlete, though.
Like
Oh,
he
that's
wins
so
the
tough.
athleticism between the two, but Bont's not as far behind in athleticism as Dangerfield is in skills to Bont. I think.
See, people don't acknowledge with Danger as well, though. He won in 16. He came second, not that far behind Dusty when Dusty broke the record, and then when Fife won it in 2019, Danger lost by a vote. So he's had years where he could have conceivably won 3 Brownlows, if not for the other two goats of the comp also having incredible seasons. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm almost going to say Danger, but I think Bond's capable of definitely being at that exact same level.
25-year-old Danger or 25-year-old Dusty?
25-year-old Dusty would have been 2016, and he was pretty trash in 2016. And then, but you're saying from beyond that.
Yeah.
Oh, Dusty probably.
You take Dusty?
Yeah, I think just for the big game performances.
Yeah. Finals, Dusty's.
And I think you always take a midfielder that can kick a goal over a midfielder that can't. And although obviously Dangerfield has his games, Dusty won't miss.
Yeah.
Like he will have 30 touches and have 3 shots on goal and will come away with 3 goals.
He went 5 years without 4 years without not having a scoring shot in a game.
Yeah,
that's
and
wild.
that was only broken the other day, right? Or the other week, I should say.
Against Sydney, yeah. And then he got injured in another game, so he didn't then either. But I should be filming some of these yarns. They're actually good.
I love these questions though. Who would you rather have?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always a good one.
Let's try and think. Let me know when you got another one. I'll turn the camera on.
Well, another good one.
Go.
Another good one would be 25-year-old Fife and 25-year-old Dangerfield.
The 25-year-old Fife was of the same
Brownlow,
age.
yeah?
No, and yes,
His
14,
first
might have
round?
been his 14 Brownlow.
he won the Brownlow. No, Pritis was 14. Fife was 15. Yeah. So 25-year-old Fife was actually the year after that. And fuck, who was the other player? He said Fife and who?
Danger. 25-year-old Danger.
So who's done more after 25?
The only thing that I don't like is Fife's game style changed from early 20s to late 20s.
Yeah.
So I remember it was that year that they were in the grand final but lost. Was that 15?
That was 13.
13? I just remember him being so athletic. He was jumping above packs and taking crazy marks. He was so accelerate out of contests. And now he's very and it's probably due to maybe his leg injuries that he had.
Well,
But he's
Hogan's
a
gonna.
lot slower.
Oh, he's gonna kick a goal. His
He
first
just
goal
kicked the
for
goal then,
club.
Drews. Because Drews just asked how's Hogan going. Just kicked the goal then, Drews.
Yeah.
First thing he's done though.
Yeah. Sorry, continue, Dylan, but that is a significant moment.
Yeah, I was just saying. I feel like I liked. Fife's game early on when he was more accelerate and more athletic than what he is now. He seems a slower and just a lot stronger.
Yeah, I remember the first half of 2015. Fife was one of the best players we've ever seen. He was just ragdolling teams. I remember that game against Adelaide in Adelaide, where Danger was top of his game for Adelaide, and they went head to head. I think they had 40 odd each. And he was just he was just grabbing opponents on his back and running through them. Then I think he bruised his sternum pretty badly in the middle of that year, and he came back and was nowhere near the same player, and Fremantle dropped off a cliff next year, complete rebuild. And now they're in a weird phase where I suspect they're protecting Fife a little bit because Fremantle are nowhere near the top of the ladder.
Oh,
So
it's a fucking fake Outback Hopes account.
Oh, okay, nice.
It's a different picture.
What I suspect is they're chucking Fife forward a lot. Yeah, obviously they're lacking forwards, but they're also do we chuck a once-in-a-generation player in the guts where his body's getting annihilated every week and he's probably going to retire at 31 while we're bottom 4 to 8? Or do we...
Yeah, but how old is he?
He's 30. 30 this year.
That's the crazy thing because now you're just holding him back from him having a good career because you're a crap team and I'm sorry, but Freo are not going to be in a grand final next 2 years.
No, but I do think maybe they're in a better position that they've given Brayshaw and Chero and Sarong license to just develop, and he's played forward, and he did win a Brownlow 2019, so he's not like he's dropped off too much.
No,
but there's no doubt that he's probably been preserved a little bit, I reckon.
it just seems rough to preserve a player because you're not doing as well, but realistically, how much better are you going to do by the time his career is actually done?
Yeah, but the other side of it as well, are they doing a service for him? As GWS are kicking their way away from Adelaide here, they're kind of doing a service to him in the sense that he was getting absolutely battered. He was so injury prone.
Yeah.
They're literally, hopefully, for his sake, extending his career to about 34, 35.
Yeah.
So.
That's fair. And no. Oh god, it's
Is this another clearance from GWS?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Is
you
it?
got a-
Oh my god. I don't know what's a replay because this is just havoc right now. No, it's a replay.
No, that wasn't. That was live. They just replayed that bit.
Hames asked.
Oh, no.
Hames
They
got
played
to
the
play
full sheet.
Oh right.
Choosels.
Was that?
Bond or Petrarca?
Bond.
Yeah, definitely.
But Petrarca's pretty close.
Yeah, Petrarca's closed.
But I think Bond is hitting that Dusty Danger 5 level this
Yeah.
year just about. And Petrarca's
He's more of a bull. He hasn't they're hard to I can't even say that word.
Differentiate. Yeah.
Because Bond's just that class which only superstars can have. Where I feel like Petrarca's just like that absolute bull that maybe can't hit that superstar, but will just be a very good player.
Here's one. Who's a better kick?
This year, I reckon, though.
Who's a better kick? Fife or Cripps?
Five.
Yeah.
But for goal Cripps, probably. It's hard to think of a worse set shot than Fife. That's not true. I'm exaggerating, but he butchers in front of goal. Oh,
I think Cripps.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll know because you watch more Fife than me, but generally when Fife doesn't take risky kicks, but I generally like...
He hits his field kicks, but they're not like crazy.
Yeah, they're not. But I think he's gotten better at his field kicks, though.
Yeah,
like
he knows how to pick them.
He hits them pretty flat and hard and on like a 30-metre conservative kick, but like the connection's sweet.
Yeah, he hits like the simple kicks, but I wouldn't like trust him threading needles.
Yeah. His set shot is pretty woeful, though. But hey, everyone's ladder weakness. But that's literally the difference between him being a Dusty like forward. Can you imagine if he could kick like not even as well as Dusty? If he kicked like a half decent forward, he'd be a really good forward.
Oh, that was a fucking shit kick.
Weird.
Stevie Wonder could have hit a target better than that.
Drew's stream tonight will be at 5:15. So if you're enjoying all this fun, there is more.
Toby.
This is a training drill. Oh my god, he's butchered that.
Fuck, why'd you handball that, Toby? Should have just gone back and jailed it, son.
6 goals, 12. This is generous because Adelaide should be, say, 8 goals down, probably, to be fair.
Is the Derby on tonight?
2:30.
Tomorrow,
yeah.
What game's tonight?
Port and Brisbane.
Are you streaming that as well?
Yeah, Drew's house.
House of content.
Yeah, I know.
This is a house of learned doctors.
Sorry, ladies, I'm too busy for dates. I've got football content.
UCAT. He's wondering how you are, Jesse.
Oh, UCAT, welcome to the stream. Welcome, mate. Good to see you. I'm well. I am well.
And Jay Italia is wondering, who do we reckon will have the more accolades at the end of their career, Cripps or Bond? I'll say Bond because he's on the better team.
I mean, he's already got a premiership to his name.
Yeah. That's very true. Yeah, I feel like Bond could... Oh, true. Yeah, he's already got that. But I think he could easily add one in the next 4 years. I feel like Bulldogs have some of the best young talent in the league.
I was literally saying that to someone the other day who's a Doggy supporter.
Yeah.
And I was saying, because I remember I watched Geelong play, and I believe they lost. I can't remember who to, but it was early. And I was just saying how annoying it is to watch your team and just it's basically just we have got a sprinkle of young talent, but we're a very old team.
Yeah.
And it's just not as fun anymore because I remember Geelong earlier days when I used to watch a young Jimmy Bartell, a young Corey Enright, Gary Ablett Jr. We had all these young dudes and it was just so fun to watch. And now I don't it's not fun to watch Geelong anymore.
Yeah.
Unless they, because it's just not young.
So true.
And Doggies are so cool because they do generally have a young, fun team. And I really miss that about Geelong, the early days when we had that sort of feel to us. And when they lost, you wouldn't be as mad because it was just it was young guys and they showed exciting moments, but they'll lose against a good team. You'd be less annoyed about it.
Yeah, true. Because you're at least we're to some extent it's better for this game.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas,
and it's just still just fun to watch them have a crack, even if they do just miss it.
100%. I think the least least favourite year as an Eagles fan was 2017, where we were sort of dipping down the ladder, but we had absolutely no youth. And I think Venables was injured, Rioli was injured. So those were the two guys. I was like, these guys are good. And the ins and outs every week were Redden, Wellingham, Schofield, Lewis Jetta, and it was just a cycle of those 4 players. And it's I'm sick of watching this, and we were also losing a lot. The following year, we debuted in the first 2 rounds Liam Ryan, Daniel Venables, Willie Rioli. I want to say there was a 4th player as well. Alan did debut later that year. Tommy Cole came to the side that year. And there was
Doug?
No, Doug was around for a while. Who was it? It doesn't really matter. I think Ainsworth debuted in round 7.
He was later. Ainsworth was
Petruccelli debuted in about round 5.
Might have been Petruccelli the early one.
And there is someone else. There was 3 in round 1.
Not Brander.
No, it wasn't Brandon, but it's all right. Brandon did debut those a year. So anyway, you can see the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
I think we had more debuts than anyone by mid-year, and we were top of the ladder. But anyway, we lost round 1 to Sydney, and I walked away from it, and I was like, that was one of the most enjoyable games I've been to in a long time.
Yeah.
My expectations were low, and we saw like Liam Ryan kick a snag, Nick Natnui returned, but also like further to that, the premiership teams often have quite a lot of youth in them. There's not too much of a model that suggests that having the oldest team actually makes you the best, even when you have amazing older players like Isaac Smith, Sean Higgins, and all the other older players that Geelong do. Like the Eagles won the flag that year off the back of like top 2 debutants that year.
I think at some point you do have to just play young guys and get games into them, because if you can get a 25-year-old that's at up 50 to 100 games, they're so good.
Yeah, that's true. And
Good hit was that sausage.
That
Sometimes,
was like ball to me.
yeah, sometimes, and like maybe Bush can agree with this because of like being a Freo fan, but you've like when you're watching a kid struggle in his first 20 games, you're like, fuck, like this kid's going to be average. But then they hit that 50 game mark, and it's like they're 21 and have 50 games. If they didn't play in a team that was rebuilding at 21, he'd probably play 5 games. Do you know what I mean? And it makes a huge difference, because 50 games is usually where players really start to take the next level. Can you imagine if Andrew Brayshaw wasn't getting much of a game for the last few years? He wouldn't be a fraction of the player he's
No, exactly. And it's also a balancing act, because you want to get them into games into the AFL, but then you need to balance their confidence as well. Like if they have a few shit games, bring them back with a waffle, let them get like 40 touches and remind themselves that they're generally
Let them torch a few plumbers.
Yeah, supposed to be in that position, and then bring them back in and like because like I say, if you can get to that sort of 21 to 25-year-old and they're at 50 to 100 games, and then like you're hoping that the next 5 years they can perform at like a really consistent level.
Totally agree. I think one player that the Eagles kind of ruined by maybe his confidence getting too low was Tom Swift. I don't know if you guys remember much about Tom Swift, but
Because didn't he come in as an absolute jet?
yeah, won 3 Brownlow votes in his game in his first season. Just like looked like the next Judd to us. Maybe not quite that level, but he was just like explosive. Admittedly, I think he got like appendicitis, kind of lost a bit of his pace. But then after that, he became a bit of a whipping boy because he just never got that good again, and he was slow. Not a great looking fella, so like a bit of a meme. And then also like every time he got a clanger, like the crowd would jeer him and stuff. Like he was like tortured by his own fans. And then he retired at 21, right as he got to like that 30-40 game level.
He'll be fine though. He had like a 99.98 or some shit in the doctor or some crap.
That would be so rough to be the punching bag for your own supporters. Like even like your own supporters don't get around you. That's a rough position. That'd just fuck with your head.
Yeah, no, there's no surprise that he retired. I think it was like 22.
It was the same as Eagles had before that. In like the Judd Cousins era. What was that bloke's name?
It was Rowan Jones.
He was Rowan Jones.
Yeah.
And then I remember like Juddy came out in like a quote one time, and they're like, if you get to go to another club, it was like, I don't know if this is the exact question, but like the answer was along these lines, where it's like, if you had to go to any other club, who's the one teammate that you would have to bring over? And he said Rowan Jones. Yeah. And he said it because like he's the guy that talks the most, gives the most blocks, and gives the most handballs. Without him, I wouldn't get half of the touches that I get. Yeah. Probably half of that is true, and the other half is like, let me like get around this guy because like he just gets absolutely abused constantly.
I remember being at the 06 grand final, and I only remember fragments from that day, but one day I do remember as being 12, sat between my parents and just being like, fucking Rowan Jones! I think he scrubbed a kick inside 50 or something. Me and Dad were furious. But no, you're right. He was a good role player, but probably one of the worst field kicks I've ever seen in my life. So I think that's why he copped a lot.
He gets some buckets at the local rec centre these days.
True.
It's hard to imagine you being like a professional footballer and not being able to kick.
Yeah.
Like, how have you not picked up this skill?
Yeah.
But that's that shot on goal. Fucking.
It's literally like being a doctor, but then like you just panic and freak out, and every time you go to like diagnose someone, you get the wrong diagnosis. Yeah. It's like you're so good at every part of your job, but like the main part that you should be good at, you just stuff up.
Rats.
Like, you're checking their ear and you're going. When you think about this, you've got hemorrhoids.
Good content.
few comments, but we've lost track of.
Yeah, I'll answer Druzy. No, I ended up changing it to GWS, thank God. He reckons turn up the mic. I don't even think I can do that. Can I do that?
it up.
Can I do that? No.
Druzy, can you fucking get turned up right now, son? Just send me
No.
videos of you sculling vodka or something. Oh yeah, bloody! I listened to your latest podcast with Cardi the other day. It gave me some PTSD of when I first experienced vodka when I was 18.
Oh man, that was a great story. If you haven't checked it out already, go check out my podcast with Cardman22. That was an unexpected story. I didn't know about that. Aiming for 50 subs by 2050.
Yeah, I've got to say the fake outdoor hoop experience has got that part.
How did you work out it was a fake?
The picture's slightly different and I went on the actual account.
Oh, right, yeah. Who is it though?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I reckon it's Hamish. It's got to be Hamish.
Possibly.
I can't think of anyone who like invested enough
Haywood
in this scene.
Haywood are one of them that do it to fuck with me, probably.
He's committed hard to it if it's Haywood.
It's his new burner account now, but he's trying to get into the copt.
Oh.
I
didn't actually know he was doing that. UK, I thought this game would be decent as well. GWS looking good, and it was an absolute hammering there for a bit.
GWS will be looking even better if they could kick straight.
Speaking of, Kev's brought up our Collingwood are 11 points down now, and we will switch over.
Nice.
Jake Waterman, thank you, Chris. That was who it was. Jake Waterman and David.
But yeah, I think the fake account is a point where it's saying we're aiming for 50 subs by 2050. That's about right for the current projections.
Is that you?
Well,
That's right with the real account?
yeah, I commented with the, got to say the fake account has a point. So I was just like, the picture looks about right, but then I just realised it's trimmed to the half with me in it.
Wow, Collingwood are 3 goals 10. So they've actually had 4 more scoring shots.
Damn, son.
It seems like a trash game from what people are saying. I think they just don't have a forward. The Goey's still out?
I thought I saw the guy in the
No,
field,
he's there, yeah.
The guy who just looks like he's had a few pies and choc milks while
He's looking thick with two
K.
Ks.
Yeah.
Thick with a K.
Who's rocking for Gold Coast at this point?
UCAT says that you'd never imagine keeping Cardi stream on till 7 a.m. Wait, how did you do that? So, how did you do that? And were you actually on it? Benjamin Rowley says so far 3 wrong for this round.
Right, tipped.
Yeah, so he tipped the Crows and tipped the Dogs. So I tipped the Dogs as well, so I'm 0 from 1 officially. I've tipped the Giants. And I still feel like Collingwood can win this. It's only, if Quaynor kicks this, which he has not. But still, 3 goals 11 suggests they're getting opportunities. They just need to kick them.
I'm thinking of doing that with my hair. Oh, is that Quaynor?
What was it?
It was like the frosted tips.
Oh, the frosted. Are you actually?
Nah.
Oh.
I was half contemplating getting the mullet back, but figured that'd be a bit awkward if I rolled up to a job interview.
Yeah, you get a subtle mullet. I got a subtle
Yeah,
mullet.
like it started growing back out, like the subtle one. I'm like, yeah, I could rock the subtle one again. That'd be a good time.
The sublet.
G'day, Chockstar.
G'day, mate.
Chocky.
If you could all like the stream, that would be absolutely sublime, by the way. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you can see it building a bit, Kev. The momentum. Even though we've probably been watching this game for a grand total of 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, they've. I think the scoreline and the.
Oh, it's close.
Oh, he's done well, the coaches. Oh wow, why they paid that ball? Did he not get rid of that legally? The ball hit his boot. I would have thought. Dacos from this range, a little bit dangerous. But he's kicked it. I still think the Pies got this.
Yeah.
Like you say though, we've been watching for a grand total of 2 minutes.
I'll just put my life savings on it now.
Boys and girls, we need 18 subs to hit 11.5k. My goal is to hit 12k by the end of May.
What?
My goal is to hit 12k by the end of May.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And we need 18 today to get to 11.5.
Fucking sub then.
So
That's simple.
that's a call to action.
Yeah, fake Outback Hoops experience. The least you can do is subscribe. So, thank you. UK reckons Mitchy Ryan gave him the stream key that he was using for end-to-end footy, and I just had clips of him passing out on loop overnight.
Okay. That's so good.
Tardy's a Melbourne-based dude, ain't he?
Yes.
Yeah. When you said he was a St Kilda's fan, I thought it was that all-tell-all interview that AFL Trade Rumours and Information was doing.
Didn't he put up a post saying...
Tom Brown or some shit's going to interview him.
Yeah, and he said, we've been contacted by the media. If anyone wants to contact us for our first interview, it'll cost you.
Yeah, I was like, I half jokingly said, yeah, we'll give him the nose trimmer that we got from MANSCAPED for the interview. Yeah, we've still got a weed whacker running around. I heard Drewsy saying on his stream last night he wants some MANSCAPED gear. We've got a weed whacker in the cupboard if you need it, Drews.
The
like
whacker.
Nose and ear hair.
The whacker is silent, Bush.
What about the lawnmower flip on? Have any of those lying around?
Do we? Nah, I don't think so.
What's the point?
I liked it when they sent us new shit every time they extended us.
Yeah. Yeah, every month.
That was good.
You boys are bringing in some business, surely.
Fuck no. Very lucrative.
Is that Bo McCreary that laid the tackle? I think it is. So Collingwood do have a few youngsters playing. They got
They
Ransom.
debuted someone else today, I think.
Did they? Let's have a look.
Not Rantel, that was last week.
Yeah, he's already played.
There was someone they debuted this week, I'm pretty sure.
Poulter.
Yeah,
Taylor
that's it.
Poulter, yeah, South Australian boy.
He was last year's draft?
Yeah, it was last year. So yeah, they're getting the kids in. You got McRae. Murphy's only 21. McCreary's like 19. He's a big boy, McCreary.
Oh, Jesus Christ, the fucking Outback Hoops fake account's going off. It's just commented, any underage boys coming to the Eagles Freo game, I will be gate A road to 10.
Come
Jesus
on.
Christ.
Come on, Hamish. The coach is one of my favourite players at Gold Coast.
Oh.
But would you help him off a horse?
Gets better every time, Bush.
It really does.
It always hits.
Yeah.
It just hits because it's that shit at this point.
No.
What's Matty Rowell up to these days?
PCL, I think he did, so he's still out for a few more weeks. I'll have a look at the injury list actually. I don't know what they got him down for.
King Dog.
Is this the guy that won the 100
Sprint,
meter?
yeah. He's over 2 metres tall.
What the hell?
What the heck?
What in tarnation?
What in tarnation?
How is that possible?
Yeah, I know. I did not expect him. I knew he was an athletic guy, but when he's that tall, I didn't think he was going to win.
Yeah, when they did the 20 metres in the draft, they stayed a pretty elite time.
I'd love to know if they did a true grand final sprint, who would win? Like, not just sending your rep. Like, we sent, like, Jared Brander. We sent, like...
A true grand final sprint. So what you're wondering is if we participated as well.
Yeah,
how do we
yeah.
get flogged?
Exactly, we can comment. Yeah.
I reckon I'd do alright.
But who would win? Would Danger still smoke it? I think he probably would.
like
Yeah.
fucking fast.
But who are the other contenders? I want to say Petruccelli.
Freddie.
Yeah. Generally reckon Petruccelli would be in the top handful of players in the league.
I reckon
Saad?
Jedi would still be pretty up there.
You reckon? I feel like he did run it and didn't do that well.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I reckon Adam
Charlie
Saad.
Cameron?
Who?
Charlie Cameron.
Yeah.
I think he's really quick, isn't he?
You'd have to think the King twins both would be very close to top 5, if not top 2.
Freddie's Port Adelaide brother's pretty fast too, isn't he?
Yeah, I didn't actually notice him play that much. I saw him play the other night.
Yeah, I didn't catch it, so I don't know how quick he is, but I know Freddie's quick.
Matty Rowell's still 7 weeks away.
Wow.
CJ?
Yeah.
Chris Mayne's still getting the game.
Oh, Kingy, so good, eh? Such a good player.
But it's bloody funny, the Chris Mayne thing, they ended up turning him into a wing. Like,
It is amazing that
Playing back now, isn't he?
probably more back than wing this year, yeah.
It is amazing how his career is just like still going, considering how much.
That's weird. The circumstances where he got to Collingwood after a year, his own coach has publicly gone, why did we recruit this guy?
And now Collingwood are also like getting kids in and like moving towards the future, and he's still getting a game. He's still a decent player, I guess, but
Yeah. I would have been happy to keep him, even though his goal kicking had gone to piss by the time he'd left us.
yeah. Sausage Mumford for the grand final sprint, says UCAT. Yeah, well said.
Put the mortgage on him.
G'day, Chief Drinkwater. And boy, does he.
G'day.
Boys, Mayweather versus Logan Paul. Who's going to win?
Floyd will just dance for the whole thing.
Yeah. I can't wait. It's going to be on a Monday for us though, so we can't really get the pay-per-view.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Sunday in America, which means it'll be like lunchtime Monday.
Who's doing it? Triller again, or?
I don't think so.
Maney.
I don't know.
That wasn't man.
That was it. Is that Murphy? Yeah.
Even the Gold Coast guy was like, shit, mate.
Yeah, damn, homie, chill.
Fuck you, Cole. Huntsman reckons get Dawson Simpson back in the sprint.
Yeah.
Not even that bad, you fucking.
That would have hurt.
Jen Will Andres reckons nominate your grand final sprint players only Ruckman.
Nat knew he would be very close to the quick Ruckman.
Yeah,
I think he'd obviously slow the longer it is, but I think over 100 he's still pretty decent.
Yeah, I reckon he'd have a bit of pace.
Yeah, surely. Is there a faster ruckman in the game?
Mark Blitzarves, even though he doesn't ruck much.
Blitzarves, if you count Blitzarves as a ruck,
fair play. But then again, there's a lot of young rucks out there that I'm not familiar how
Rory
fast.
Lobb, would he be quick?
I don't think so, is he? He's pretty tall, eh?
Yeah.
Like, he's like 209.
206.
Really?
So 6'9".
I thought he was taller than that.
No, he's only 206, Lob. 207 maybe.
Yeah.
How tall is that in feet?
6'9".
Wow.
Yeah.
Still
Which
fucking
makes
big.
him like, one of the taller rucks in the game.
Who else is quick as a ruckman? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know much about that.
Luke Jackson?
Yeah, probably.
Tim English because he's young.
Yes, I think he is
English
quick.
would probably be
yeah.
close.
There's a few then, yeah.
Probably not Fridge Darcy, unfortunately.
Fridge Darcy. He's a bit of a fridge.
Fuck, I love him though.
Oh.
Especially when he does media, because
That
he
was-
always accidentally swears. It's beautiful.
Does he?
Yeah. He had like 2 F-bombs in one post-game interview by accident once.
Gold Coast have got another one. David Swallow.
I didn't know David Swallows.
I'll let that hang.
You are literally the worst.
I try. Who was 27 for Collingwood? That mullet is beautiful.
Is it Polter? Yeah, it's Polter.
Fuck me, that's lush.
It's a little bit too bogan for me.
I'm not gay, but god damn, son. That's a mullet right there. Who's that on the right? Ainsworth?
No, it's Butterick,
Oh yeah.
but it does kind of look like Ainsworth.
Yeah.
5 minutes to go in the third. I think we're still waiting for the other game to flick over before we
Yeah,
switch
it's still
back.
half time.
Yeah.
And this is probably more competitive than the other one was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Greenwood with the clearance. I don't think that counts as a clearance. I think it's got to be effective. So.
Farewell, Plonkers.
See you, mate. Hey, get 40 for me.
Laying up half forward.
40 bitches.
Half forward, do the Dusty special. 30 and 3, son.
Just play high.
30 and 3.
No, don't play high.
Oh, Stewie. Thick with a K.
Hmm.
Got robbed of the 08 Norm Smith, that man.
Who did win it again? Hodge?
Not Sir.
Nah, Cyril won in 15.
Might have been Chance Bateman or some shit,
I
maybe.
don't think it was Bateman, was it?
Or someone weird, I think. Or you might be right, I'll Google it. All I know is it wasn't Stewie fucking.
No, it was Hodge.
Okay, fair.
Gee, Gold Coast accuracy is what put them in front. Yeah.
Oh, bloody, I was reading the other week, I found out a few more early Freo howlers I never knew about, eh?
Oh, yeah?
Andrew McLeod. We could have had Andrew McLeod.
Yeah, see, the thing is with McLeod, though, I think he walked in and tanked the interview like he was an absolute
No,
novice.
we tanked the interview. Our coach asked him to stand up so he could see how tall he is.
Oh, really?
Apparently, the coach we had at the time was a bit of a cunt to him in the interview. And they ended
That's
up...
4.
Yeah,
That's 4 C counts.
But yeah, and then another one, Matt Lloyd and Scott Lucas.
He dropped another C-bomb.
You did have like in the corner Bush's C word count.
Yeah.
Every time you went up.
But yeah, we also could have had Scott Lucas and Matty Lloyd.
Yeah, I knew Matty Lloyd. Was he on your list?
Well, we had the rights to him when he was 16, so we traded the rights to Matt Lloyd and Scott Lucas for a couple of random spuds.
Rats.
I'm glad I was too young to realise how shit we were, otherwise I probably wouldn't have supported them this long if I was coherent for all those trades.
Coherent.
Well, I had enough of a developed brain to understand what was going on.
Well, a few years from now, we'll get there.
Maybe.
Nah, just kidding. Noble sends the ball into the 50. Is there anyone at home? There is one forward. It's Degoe, and that has gone over the heads. That's a goal.
Johnny Noble.
And boy, is he.
How Noble? Account, Duke, Award.
Hodge won it in 14 as well. Yeah, I didn't actually realise he won too. Baslenka or Vines would be the best looking people in the AFL. Yeah, who are...
I reckon Pat Lipinski from Bulldogs is a bit of a star.
Yep. Johannesson is a favourite with the ladies.
JJ is really?
Yeah.
I guess he probably pulled at Leamy, I think.
Haven't we all?
Except me and I actually went to school there.
That's a joke. You know who was getting interviewed last night? I was like, damn, that's actually a good looking man, Shane Edwards.
Oh yeah, Shano, yeah.
He's actually got very prominent blue eyes.
Mm.
Gay footy. Brad Shepherd.
Yeah, Shep's a rooster.
Liam Duggan.
Yeah. Lockie Weller.
Yeah.
The Rick's model.
I know girls that love to go, but I think that's probably more for the bad boy image.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a very good looking dude.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a head like a smashed crab.
Yeah. Oh, I guess Dusty. You have to.
Yeah,
include.
Dusty. Considering he models for Bond.
Yeah, I don't think I can include Fife.
Yeah,
I can see
Fife's
why.
Fife's got. He hides it with like the long hair and
Yeah.
shit, but Fife has a fucking rude lid.
Like, I get why girls love him, but I also don't think he's classically handsome.
He's just done the work by getting the good body and the long hair.
Yeah. Matty Rao.
Dycots, he's not a bad looking dude.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah.
Crispy? Maybe.
Oh,
good player.
that's a good mark. Greenwood. We'll wait.
Former Perth Wildcat, Hugh Greenwood.
Yeah, let's wait and see if he kicks this. Yeah, Florence a good
Yeah,
shout.
Florence, good call.
We'll wait and see if he kicks this, and then we'll flick over back to the game. I think GWS got the first goal of the second half. They're back, baby. If he kicks this, everyone has to like the stream. Oh my god. Oh,
No.
it went through though.
Yeah.
What a shit kick.
Former Perth Wildcat, Hugh Greenwood. I was gonna say, if this game goes to piss, chuck that game back on. It'll start to get interesting.
Yeah, might do. We'll
If
just
this goes to piss, see what happens here.
we'll
Though.
keep tabs on it.
I wouldn't trust Tabs to keep a track of anything.
Yeah.
He's not the smartest tool in the shed.
Is he not?
He's about as dense as a fucking...
Is he?
Humpty Dumpty, I don't know.
Oh, you're just taking a punt.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something. He's as dense as a neuron star.
Yeah, can you imagine if GWS kicked accurately? Like if they were 12-7, it would be 63 points right now. An arseholing. Oh god. Lucky Whitfield kicks it into the 50, kind of. No.
Will Bolandres reckons he could have stayed at the Wildcats alongside Bryce Cotton. Yeah, he probably could have. The Wildcats were probably pretty interested in him. He was a good basketball prospect, but realistically, he's probably made the right choice. It's probably more commercial opportunities in footy.
He'd probably be paid pretty well at the moment, I reckon, at Gold Coast.
Yeah,
like, probably
exactly.
on like 500.
At least 5-6, I think he's on.
Yeah.
Whereas at the Wildcats, he probably would have only been on like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Topped.
Yeah, Adelaide have really kind of crashed back to reality, haven't they? Home loss to Fremantle. Have they had a loss in between?
Am I?
Yeah, no, they lost last week.
Yeah.
But who was it against?
Bloody-
Adelaide. Sorry, no, Hawthorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they've lost 2 in a row, and this is probably their worst performance of the year.
Yeah.
They've been run off the park.
McAdamy's another one.
Oh,
I reckon.
yeah, kind of. I feel like Ben Keys could be, but he's just got that worst haircut, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, is that a flower bag into the lap of Haitley?
Huh?
Is that Haitley? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres looking at us, homie. He does look a bit like Ellen DeGeneres.
Shit, that'd be a nice little signing. UCAT, Will Magno.
Oh, mate. I hate when players kick into the mark. Nothing gets me
Oh
angry.
yeah. But goddamn UCAT, I can't wait until Bryce Cotton becomes a citizen. Means we can get another import.
Oh, true. When's that going to happen?
It's soon. That's been supposed to have happened for a while, but because of Rona and everything, citizenship shit's probably
Oh, okay.
fallen lower in priorities. Hogan. Oh, Hogan falls into it.
G'day, Like Mike. Welcome. He wants to know our thoughts on Brisbane Port. So I
Probably-
changed my tip to Brisbane.
Could be game of the round.
I'm conflicted though. Yeah, it's certainly. Well, Richmond and Bulldogs would have been the
Yeah.
tastiest clash, but Brisbane and Port's not far behind.
Yeah.
I've changed my tip to Brisbane. I might change it back. Is Boak out? I think Boak's out.
Yeah, Boak's out.
Okay, Boak's confirmed.
But SPS, Sam Power Pepper's back in.
Oh,
Yeah, he's back in for
did you
Boak.
say SBS?
Yeah, I nearly fucked it up. Yeah. Sam, I always get him and Petrovsky Seaton mixed up.
Oh, Texas kicked a goal. Yes.
Big Texas.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so Boak out, SPS, fuck, you've got me
Yeah.
SPP in, but yeah, it's still quite a big loss that
Yeah.
one.
Especially because SPP is a bit hit and miss.
But Neil's out as well.
Yeah. You're telling me he was
I
my
feel
top fucking draft pick this year.
Yeah, I feel like Brisbane are hard to beat at the Gabba.
Yeah.
Like Port's failed to do it the last 2 times. Is that Texas first of the day? I think pretty
Second.
Second, is it? Oh,
He kicked
okay.
that first one, remember?
Yes, yeah. So the Coleman race is still on. He's on 27 goals, I think. Yeah, he's on 27. Harry Mackay's having an outstanding year, eh?
Hey, he's killing it, eh? A bit surprising, but
Yeah, what was he, a top 10 pick?
not quite. Just out. I think he was like in the teens.
This is another easy shot at goal here for the Giants. And Jesse Hogan lining up for
He's second.
2nd.
11 touches, 3 marks. Not bad for a first game for him.
GWS Smith's getting it done. Ben Keys still 71 fantasy points, 3rd on ground.
Yeah.
But Taranto and Kelly lead all comers with 86 and 81. Whitfield back in the team, Hogan in. They're looking a lot better. That's a goal.
Fuck me, he's on fucking 12 touches and 2 goals.
Is he really?
He's gonna kill it for him, I bet. Typical Fremantle luck.
Yeah.
To be fair to him, being in Perth probably wasn't the best place for him.
Yeah.
Was that around the time you had the yarn with him on the balcony at Metropolis City? Around that era?
I reckon just after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Laird, Butts and Cumming. Oh. They're my fantasy defenders. I've got Laird, Butts, Cumming in my fantasy.
mature here.
Yeah. Let's not even talk about side bottom. Adelaide win the clearance. That was McHenry. Scholl's a good young player, eh?
Yeah, he's probably the early front runner for Rising, maybe.
Yeah. Wait, who else is made
Golden
a dash
would
lately?
probably be a.
Golden's really
He slowed
slow,
off though, yeah.
Yeah. Who else was it though? Somebody else did it at Rising Star non.
Is Noah Anderson not? He's not eligible anymore, is he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think Scholl's the favourite with the bookies at the moment.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Georgiades is another one.
Yeah.
Chad Warner is having a great year.
Yeah.
There's only been 6, so you got Georgiades, Golden, Warner, Scholl, Kosicki.
Oh, Warner's equal favourite with Scholl now.
Okay.
Errol Golden third, then Tom Powell, Tom Green,
Yeah.
Nick Cox.
Oh,
Nick
yeah.
Cox probably isn't a bad shout because he's sort of been reasonably sustained.
Yeah, I think that might be who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Phil Thorpe as well has got to be a sneaky chance kicking 5 on debut. Probably not though.
He's done bugger all today though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Himmelberg Cup today.
Yeah.
Lockie Ash is a beautiful kick of the footy.
Oh yeah. You could say he's the Hayden Young of this group, even though they're the same draft. I just remembered.
Yeah. Where is Hayden Young at? Is he injured?
Yeah, Hammy.
Hammy, that's right.
Yeah. Still another couple of months, I think.
Yeah.
Bloody ropeable.
So, on the live ladder, you've got Gold Coast sitting in 9th halfway through a round, assuming they win today, with a positive percentage.
That's what y'all want.
GWS looking dangerous, eh?
They're still one of the most talented teams in the league, even though they've bled talent in the
Yeah,
past 4 years.
that's what
It's
I've
ridiculous.
maintained. I thought they were going to be decent this year.
Three-quarter time in the Collingwood Gold Coast game. Gold Coast are 16.
16, yeah. Still a bit of life in that game, for sure.
Yeah.
But Collingwood, if they lose this, I'm
1
thinking
and 7 or something.
1 and 6, and looking consigned and destined to the bottom 2, to be honest.
Which will suck for them because they'll be wasting it anyway on die cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did they even have their pick?
I don't think they got rid of it yet, have they?
I think they got rid of it.
Did they end up getting rid of the future first? Kev's still in the chat, he probably knows.
Yeah, Kev's our Collingwood man on the inside. Let me tell you. Maybe they didn't. North Melbourne have picked 2, Adelaide have picked 1. Why is that the case? Oh, that's last year's.
Yeah.
Fuck. Pick 2 currently, no, that's still fucking 20.
I think they still have the future first. Well, this year's now.
Yeah. There was an article recently about provisional draft order.
Yeah.
Well, that means they'll trade it.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. So
I'll give them now a later one.
to current GWS have it.
Oh, GWS have their future first. Oh wait, they did some weird
Yeah.
deal where they did a deal live during the draft, and I was like, they could have got so much more for that.
Yeah. So GWS currently hold pick 2 and 7. And before the result today, which will influence that, but they'll be absolutely loving it. West Coast hold 8, 27 and 35. That's our best draft haul since 2017.
Yeah, that's a nice little hand.
Thank you, I've been working out.
Hand modelling.
Fremantle have 12 and 31 and then nothing till 85.
I'm not too concerned about going hard in the draft this year.
Yeah.
We've gone hard enough.
I think it's a deep draft though. I'm looking forward to the Eagles getting stuck in.
Yeah.
St Kilda have pick 3, which is currently... Oh no, it's because they're dead last.
It's because they're shit.
It's because they're dead last, yeah. Hawthorn pick 4, Carlton pick 5, 6. Yeah, I think it's all pretty standard after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there were many future firsts traded last year.
No. Yeah, to be fair to Adelaide, like, there's been some decent passages here. Like, normally when they get slaughtered there, it's lethargic, but they don't lethargic, they've just been... I think poor defensively. I feel like GWS are getting in the ball easily, but when Adelaide have the ball, they look alright as well.
Yeah. They're just not getting it.
Oof. Ooh. Bit unlucky. We go back to this chat. Mitchy Buttsworth is back. Welcome, mate.
Mitchy. We've got a question towards the bottom from Armin Drogistan.
Drogshan. Drogistan sounds like a country.
Yeah, I knew I'd butchered it the second I said it, but he's wondering, do Port have the best youngsters? They're close.
Yeah, they
that
do.
one draft class they've had, and then they've supplemented the youth of that big draft haul they had with Butters, Dersmer and stuff. They've supplemented that nice with guys like Georgiades.
Yeah, I think Butters and Georgiades are their best two youngsters. And I would take them over Rosie.
Ders?
Yeah, still. But I think both of Rosie and Ders are good. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how deep they're on. But Georgiades, I think, is a real star.
Yeah.
And Butters is my favourite, probably.
I just hope they treat Georgiades like shit and he wants to come back to Freo.
Yeah, I really doubt it.
Well, they'll contemplate dropping him for Todd Marshall, if you expect.
Yeah, but I guess that's only because Georgiades only played a handful of games. So it's like one of those things, you give him an opportunity, he smashes it, you can't drop him.
Yeah.
And he's barely played, so he's not going to be too... Oh, that's going to be reviewed, surely. Oh, he thinks it's a goal.
G'day, Sammy. How are you?
Sammy, welcome. Haven't been sleeping all day. I don't believe you. Mate, it's like 3:50 over there.
Damn, son. Big night.
Like Mike says, he misses keys at the Lions. He's improved out of sight. Yeah, you're right. He was a fairly hard draft pick, I think. I think like
7?
top 20. No, I think it was 20-ish.
I think it was like... I swear he was real high.
Because he was an academy pick. I want to say he was in the 20s. But you're not mixing up with Bose from Gold Coast, maybe? Because he was like...
Maybe.
Yeah. But some other teams with the best youth, if you look at the Dogs, I made a list saying like best 5 players 5 years, or best 10 players 5 years from now. I think I might have included Bond, but I think I included Bailey Smith and Aaron Norton. They also got Jamara Ugle-Hagan. So...
Has Hagan even played a game yet?
No. No, you're right. So, but he was the number 1 pick and highly fancied. He's kicked 2 bags of 5 in the VFL though.
Jamara has?
Yeah.
If Josh Bruce had had a shit start, they probably would have dropped him for Jamara by now, but Josh Bruce has had too good a start, I guess.
Arman wants to know, does Port have a dangerous attack? Yeah. Yes, they do. They got Charlie Dixon spearheading it. They got Rosie and Georgiades as the smaller, well, still pretty big, medium types. Otherwise you got Robbie Gray. Yeah, it is a very dangerous forward line. Druzy says, Jesse, what's your favourite muscle? On me or in men?
It's obviously the gluteus maximus, Drews.
Yeah, true. That is my favourite female muscle. I don't know. I guess for me, my strongest area is my lats. I can pull down far more than people who can bench a lot more than me. Weirdly. And it shows in my physique. Like if you look, I'm pretty flat chested, but I'm quite broad. It's just my genetics. And I smash chest much more hard than I smash my back because of that, to try and compensate, but my physique's just what it is. Oh, Tilthorpe. Oh, he's done pretty well there. Oh, Shoal's a dangerous little fella. Orazio, Orazio Fantasia didn't even mention. Good point. Says Aussie Dan.
And Armin.
Oh, they both did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Orazio, yeah. So they got the small forward component covered between Gray and Orazio.
And Rosie does a bit of both.
Yeah. So tell me what you want. What you really want? That Schoenberg kid looks pretty good for him, eh? Adelaide.
It's a different one from the one that's from here, but Gold Coast or whatever it's called. Is it
Josh Schoenfeld.
Have I got the two mixed up?
Yeah,
Nice.
Bergenfeld.
Well, that's another not bad young player for Port, Miles Bergman.
Yeah. Lockie Jones have just added as well.
Yeah, I like Lockie Jones. Beautiful.
Is it Dylan Williams? They haven't played yet. I could be wrong. Yeah.
Even Freddie's brother, Martin.
Don't know anything about him, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
Ali's like only 25.
Yeah, he is my age. He played at East with all the dudes I know.
Yeah. So 35 points the margin. It's the scoring is dried up. Adelaide just 3 goals on their home deck. It's quite average.
Bit abysmal.
Averagio Fantasia. Do you think Crows have a chance against Port in the showdown? Only if Port don't show up.
Yeah, probably.
Which is possible.
Yeah, Port can disappear every now and again.
I think this Adelaide team is good enough to catch a good team napping.
Yeah.
But they've also been pretty poor for the last few years. Weeks, sorry.
Yeah, I was just say they had a good start.
Yeah. But like, if you look at the way they're moving the ball, they look better than a team that's getting pumped. And GWS aren't that good. So, yes, but I mean, Port Adelaide should butcher them, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, Gold Coast up by 27.
That's
nearly the margin of this game.
And the goddamn fake outback hoops account strikes again. Just wondering if there are any 10-year-olds here.
Oh, come on, man.
Besides themselves, I'm not sure.
Did you say besides yourself?
I said besides yourself, referring to the fake outback hoops account. We rate him quite highly on, and we were having a bit of a yarn about butts before.
Laird's butt's coming. My backline. Oof. GWS about to kick even further away. The margin now 41 points. This is getting erectile.
Dysfunction.
You could say.
Armand's apparently 14 in response to the fake Outback Hoops account.
Yeah, I would ignore that comment from anyone called Outback Hoops experience in this chat because it's a fake account.
Yeah.
Collingwood are a really bad side, says Hot Logan. You're not wrong. I think this is like... I mean, I think at 1 and 5, we were like, yeah, you're cooked. 1 and 6 and losing at home to Gold Coast significantly. And, you know, maybe we do need to pay respect to Gold Coast, but this is still the first time they think they've beaten them at the G. Like, this is like, no, you're cooked. You are rebuilding. You're bottom 2 now, in my opinion.
I just reported the fake account for child abuse.
It probably is worth reporting, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just because it's like...
I reported it earlier for harassing me because it's
really?
impersonating me, but I was just like...
Are you not a mod?
I don't think I am. Which is funny.
Do you want to say something in the chat and I'll make you a mod? That way you can just do it. But, nah, look... It's all fun to have a chat, like it's like a little joke, but you do have a channel called Outback Hoops, and you don't want to be associated with anything that's like paedophilia.
Exactly.
So we will probably cut an end to that.
Especially because there was a brief stint where I was going to become a teacher.
Yeah.
No, that's probably going to happen at this point, but...
Sweet, you're now moderator.
Yeah, beautiful.
The AFL Yanks in the chat. My goodness. So, Himmelberg. Crows are cooked, asked Chris. They're looking at it. Like I said, still moving the ball fairly okay, but not putting on much pressure at all. Who in Europe? Oh, General has a good question.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, so who in Europe? Wait, I'll re-say it for the vlog.
Okay. Vlog it, baby.
So a good question here from Jen Will. Who, in your opinion, are in a false position on the ladder right now? Or do you not believe in false position? I think after 6-7 rounds, you could definitely say some teams are like...
Had good runs early.
It's not reflective of where they'll be. So let's have a look.
I'll pull the ladder up.
So the top half of the ladder, I think that top 8 is pretty sound. I'd say the 2 ones that look vulnerable, it's fair to say, will be Sydney and Fremantle.
Yeah.
You know,
Sydney was my first thought, even though it's not necessarily meaning they're an answer, but they were the first thought I had with the question.
Yeah, that's right. And they've really slowed down the last few weeks, so they could be one to drop away. Fremantle win the Derby tomorrow. They're 5-2, and you have to say look like a finals team. So we'll hold that. But then again, you look teams below. And
I think Essendon's one that could be higher than where they are. Even their losses have been generally impressive.
I suppose so.
97%, so they've won relatively close.
I like to think the Eagles are better than 11th. It's too early.
10th.
Yeah, thank you. Percentage of 93 looks bad, but it's really because of one game. It was like 115 before, I think. Other than that, it depends how you...
Saints, if you were one of those people that thought Saints...
It depends how you'd see false position. I think they deserve that ladder position based on what we've seen.
Yeah.
And they've had some really, really bad games. Yes, I do think they'll finish higher than that. Does that mean it's a false position? No, I think that's reflective of how good they've been.
Whereas if that's the distinction we're going with, I'd say Essendon's probably the one based on eye test compared to results.
I agree with that.
That's the trade-off.
Yeah. And maybe even Geelong in 4th. I think that actually flatters them a little. Yeah. They've had a slow start. They've had one really good game. They've won the games unconvincingly that we expected them to, and they've had some really bad losses as well.
That's a good call.
So I think 4th flatters Geelong. I think Richmond have looked better, for instance. I think before last Saturday, they felt the Eagles looked better than Geelong. Now I'm not going to make that argument now because we got absolutely clapped. Who's fallen off harder in the past 3 weeks, Sydney or Adelaide? I mean, Sydney were higher. So we were talking about Sydney after they just flogged Richmond. So to some extent, they're further to fall. Whereas Adelaide just looked like maybe finals to nah.
Yeah. They just gave us a false start.
And I also think Sydney would clap Adelaide right now.
Yeah.
Well, they beat them.
Yeah. Fake out back hoops, reckon sorry Kings, I'll stop. So I replied, love you, fake out back hoops.
You're all good, bro.
You sent us a couple of love hearts.
I'm very confident, Hamish. Oh, Sammy Taylor, I think.
If Fitzy wasn't in Exmouth right now, I'd suspect it's him.
He missed.
Shane.
Adam has run into the goal square and missed. That's pathetic.
Nixie's
That's
crying.
shameful. So Adelaide have kicked 5 behinds in a row now.
Nixie looks like he's on the verge of tears.
Yeah, this would be a painful game. This should have been a 50-50. Oh, stinky.
Yeah, I tipped Adelaide, unfortunately.
I've had farts that went through the post better than that.
2B.
And yes, I do squat on the goal line and fart sometimes.
Got to do these things. Oh, one of my bloody favourites, Beery, was telling me a story how he accidentally took out a 70-year-old goal umpire once launching for a pack in the goal square.
Oh no, was he alright?
Yeah, like the guy fell down. He was eventually okay, I think. But
do you remember that goal umpire who got crunched and his leg broke? Do you remember? Or dislocated or something.
Yeah, something fucking manky.
It was cooked.
God damn it, Hogan's lining up for his third.
Yeah. It is a bit of a...
every time fucking someone asks about Hogan in the chat, he gets the ball. It's ridiculous.
It is a bit of a downward ski though.
Yeah.
Don't forget. He is playing decent, but this is a training drill at the moment.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of morbid curiosity to turn over to the other game, but maybe we'll wait till 3/4 time.
Yeah, might as well wait till 3/4 time. They're both blowouts. Also, if the other one was particularly competitive, it'd be worth having a gaze, but they're about as competitive as each other, really.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Collingwood's a bit closer than Adelaide, but there's a bit
definitely, yeah. But they've also dropped off because it was closer before.
Because G-Dubs and Gold Coast are both on... Gold Coast 76 now. I was going to say they're both on 74.
Chris says he always wanted Hogan to go to West Coast for good reason too, but prefer Oscar Allen. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think Allen's a better player.
Yeah, I've said it a couple of times recently. I like Oscar Allen over almost any other youth in the league. Hogan 3-1, the leading goal kicker for G-Dubs.
Yeah, true. Or anyone.
And he's in the high teens for Posies, I think.
Yeah, no, it's a good game, to be fair. 21 on the stream, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you could like the stream if you haven't already, that would help us a lot. Free kick's been played out of the centre here. Riley O'Brien.
Riley.
So tell me what you want, what your Riley want.
Huntsman reckons his mum busted into his room holding the newspaper on the Crime Watch page, and my mum sussed me on glassing an elderly woman on the bus, but I would never take the bus.
As James Rowe hit the post from that, unlucky because it was a good shot, but that is very unlucky. Watch this. He gets it and then boom, certain goal, and then what happens? Did it hit the post?
Must have.
Yeah, true. They were 15 straight last week, Adelaide, and they're 3-9. Jordan Butts, yeah, for my fantasy.
Ooh, yeah. Butt fantasies.
Yeah, don't we all?
Butt stuff.
He's put up a solid 52. I think that'll now go to 58 after that free kick, and it's only 3/4 time. That's pretty good for a key defender, isn't it?
Yeah, you definitely take that from a key.
Yeah, because he's meant to be on my bench, but yeah,
He's been emergency in.
yeah. I need to upgrade some of these plebs. Campbell getting dropped hurts.
Oh yeah.
He's worth 380k, and I'm literally playing 2 players short this week.
I wonder how many short I am in Classic. I haven't even looked. I didn't even do any trades this week.
Oh man, I had 4 out, so I had to do trades.
Yeah, I haven't got rid of Taylor Adams yet.
Yeah. Really?
Braden Campbell, yeah, I got stitched up with that.
Yeah. I kept Dusty because he's only going to be out hopefully 2 weeks, maybe 1. Ben Keys loves a bit of the footy, eh? He's a good footballer.
He had like 150 Dream Team points last week.
Yeah, he did.
Ooh, Pollar's catching me a little in me draft league.
Polar.
Yeah.
Alright, that is the edge of 3/4 time in what has been a stinker of a game so far, but we'll switch over to Gold Coast because I kind of want to see them...
Pants, Collingwood.
I want to see them win, yeah. We'll come back to the Adelaide Giants game.
They're both blowouts, don't stress yourselves, everyone.
Yeah.
We're still here, we're the main attraction compared to these games of football.
We've just seen great pluck.
Velcro gloves.
Who is that? I know who he is, I've just forgotten his name.
He looks familiar.
Yeah, who is he? I'll tell you in a sec. I definitely know who he is, I just forgot.
Oh, a bit of candy.
It's Burgess. I wanted
Oh
to
yeah, Craigie.
I was actually thinking Burgess.
Yeah, bit Craig.
Sexton's their sub.
Shit.
Means he got dropped. Yeah.
Alright, Sexton. Sexton the beach.
The T is silent. Sexton the beach is a good one. Sammy Flanders playing today.
I didn't mind old Flanders as a prospect.
Ooh, chop of the arms. That Maine? Yeah.
I think I liked him over Sarong. I'm glad I...
Yeah. Oh, you know what actually popped up the other day? Someone commented on our 2019 redraft.
Yeah.
No, sorry. You and I drafted it at the time.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. I think we went Rail and Anderson.
Yeah.
Melbourne picked 3. I think you went Ash.
Ash or Jackson?
No, you went Ash.
Yeah, okay.
And then I had GWS and I bid on Tom Green, which was a match.
I forgot my shorts.
Oh, did you? When's the game start?
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon? Alright. And who else do we have? And then for Fremantle picks were interesting. You bid on Henry and they took Penn. And I think I took Sarong at like 6 or something.
Yeah.
No, Hayden Young for Sydney. That's what it was. Hayden Young for
yeah.
Sydney. I think I took Sarong, but I can't remember who for. But for Fremantle, I think I took Flanders.
Yeah.
You took Henry. And
I wouldn't have taken Henry because I would have known we would have been later.
no, you bid on him because it was controversial at the time. You bid on him with Melbourne.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And this was before there was a trade, so you didn't have 3 in a row.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was interesting. It was worth going back.
Yeah, nice.
Worth going back and watch.
He's changed his name to Fake Outback Herbs Experience.
Good man. But still call it with the pedo stuff. Brandon Ellis is on 161.
Fuck. I've barely seen the prick.
33.
Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
My check 122 as well.
I like my check.
123 now.
I rate my check.
He's kicked it. Yeah, my check's good. Oh, he's missed. Jack Bowes
Is that Tyler Brown or whatever?
Jack Bowes is a player I really like.
Yeah, Bosey.
Corbett's kicked 4. Wow. 109. There's a lot of stats in this game. Dacos 27 and 1. Sammy Collins is at 22.
Love me some Sammy Collins. He was one I was devastated when we delisted him, but
Yeah, that was inexplicable.
yeah. But then again, they probably didn't expect Pearson Hamling's health to be as woeful as it has been.
Very true.
And probably rated Cox and some other keys we had at the time higher.
I heard you rating Cox.
Absolutely. Brennan's a good fella.
Collingwood.
Brody.
Oh, seeking his 4th. Collingwood going for a consolation. Real QCat has just put a funny post
Who has?
on Insta. UCat, he says, all Western derbies that were held in the first week of May, there's been 5 and Fremantle's won them all.
Oh, fuck yeah. I like that.
6 goals, 13 to the Pies. There's 4 minutes to go. Not enough time, but let's see what Swoop Luke, friend of the show, he's been on the podcast before.
Will he be streaming this, I'm guessing?
I don't think he streams, actually. Could be wrong. He says there's literally no excuses for this heartless performance. So, Collingwood fans hurting at the moment.
Huntsman reckons Maya cheeks.
And boy does he.
Cheeky.
Rescue you and the sweet, sweet down hard.
Yeah, Kev said he's not streaming.
Nah, I don't think he does stream.
Yeah.
He might be at the game actually.
Fair cop. I thought he was Perth.
Nah.
I thought he was a Perth-based Collingwood fan. Isn't there one of them in the community? A Perth-based Collingwood guy? Oh, Brody Allen's
Don't
just
think
chimed
so.
in. G'day, Broads.
Oh, g'day Brody. No, I don't think there's a Perth-based Collingwood guy.
I swore there was. Didn't you do a potty with?
No. I did one over Skype with Swoop Luke.
Ah.
He's a Collingwood guy. I think he's the only Collingwood one I've had on.
Oh, fair enough. I swore there was a Perth-based Collingwood guy.
No. Unless I'm losing my mind, I don't think so.
Yeah. I figured if you don't know them, they probably don't exist.
Yeah.
Next minute, someone does exist.
Yeah, we just blatantly mugged them off. This will make it 22 points to the to the Suns rather. Fantasy coaches around the country breathe a sigh of relief as Grody Brundy kicks a goal.
Pads those stats. Up to 38 likes on the stream. Get it up to 50, please. That'd be glorious. If you do, Jesse may or may not flip a nipple out.
Collingwood. We got a bottom of the table clash next week. North are playing Collingwood.
Hoi!
Collingwood are vulnerable here.
Especially because Jaden Stevenson, dudes like that, be like, fuck yeah, chance to fucking
Yeah.
these clowns or his boss.
Both sides will be looking at this saying, fuck, we need to win.
Yeah.
And GWS has got the first goal of the last term, but might just keep this on until the siren goes.
Yeah, may as well.
Anderson.
He's having a good year.
He's committed to a mullet for a good few years now, eh?
I love that. So I guess he's a rural lad.
Sorry?
I guess he's a rural lad.
Oh, yeah.
Anderson, him and Rowell are sort of like in that John Falcony rural Victoria area.
Right, yeah.
Terence reckons just watching two men sitting on their phones.
Yeah, or the phones are actually how we read the chat.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're not actually disengaged. I'm actually looking at stats and then I'm looking back at the chat.
But I am a little disengaged. Neither of these games have been to and fro.
Yeah.
Oh, good tackle.
I'd love to, yeah, that's very true. I'd love to get back to the setup where we have a laptop here, where I can see it. It's a bit hard to read from back here. Hang on. Let me just do this.
I'll say you could probably manoeuvre it. Oh, he's hitting a cheeky zoom. Look him go.
Yeah. Surely a watch along for North Pies. Actually, are there any streamable games next week? Let's have a look. Today's game was a little disappointing. Oh, we
I
got
was expecting it to be a reasonably good game, the Adelaide G-Dubs.
Richmond and the Cats. I think I'm busy Friday night. Richmond grand final replay though. That sucks.
If you're not busy Friday night, I'm game, mate.
Yeah. No, I don't think I can do that one. Hawthorn West Coast at the G.
Sunday launch.
Nah, I might not stream next week. Melbourne and Sydney might be half decent though.
Yeah. Saturday night, but
Yeah. Probably look at more round 9 for another stream. Port versus the Dogs.
I'll say nah. If we do that Saturday night one, mate, we want no square metre rules at Metropolis, mate. If we're doing a Saturday night stream,
Oh god.
the queues are bad enough without a square metre rule.
Yeah. Oh, Weller has done very well there.
Almost threaded that needle.
Oh, Weller.
He did almost as well on that as Fremantle did trading his ass.
You can't. When the True Footy setup upgrades, should try custom scoreboard rolling. I don't even know how to do that. Is that where you have to edit it yourself? Or?
Yeah, you'd probably want someone on OBS MacGyvering behind the scenes.
Well, one day I'd love to have that. Because we could probably set up a half decent multicam setup. Like the kickoff, but you just need someone.
You just need it behind the guy driving OBS.
And at the moment, we make about $4 a stream. Yeah. Oh, unless Mitchy Buttsworth is around.
Well, who was that character that donated hundreds that day? It was that good lad.
Yeah. I remember that. It was the Eagles and Geelong game.
Yeah, he was a ledge.
That was a while ago now.
Hey.
Oh, he's done well. A minute to go. Gold Coast are going to run down the
Ranks.
clock.
Haven't seen much of Rankin.
No.
How many
Flanders.
Ugly.
Oh boy. Oh, he's done well and kind of bad handball. Has the Gold Coast ever won at the G? I'm trying to think.
Probably. Surely that's
could be. I can't think of who they would have beaten at the G before. Let us know in the chat. Do you reckon the Gold Coast Suns have ever won at the G?
I reckon they've won. They would have had to have won at least one.
Don't know.
And Rankin only 1 goal, 10 touches.
Yeah, right. 30 seconds to go on
You can do it.
potentially Nathan Buckley's career. Nah, I don't think they'll be that.
They wouldn't stack him in the middle of the year, I don't reckon.
Nah. First time ever, says Kev. Kev's pretty good with his stats.
Oh, Kev reckons this is the first MCG win.
Yeah.
Shit.
This is a good win for the Suns. They've backed it up 2 weeks in a row. There we go. Good win. Is Ellis crying?
Look like it.
Wow, what a win for the Gold Coast Suns.
Very good.
I tipped them as a team that would sort of start well and fade, but they've actually lifted the gear mid-year. Well, it's not mid-year yet. We're about a third of the way through the season. But, yeah, they have been really good. And Collingwood are just in tatters at the moment.
How much do you reckon that off season's weighing on all their heads?
I can't imagine too much, to be honest.
I reckon it would have been, especially seeing the way some of your teammates who you're going in the war with, the way the club treated them, you'd be a bit in your head. At least in the back of your mind, you'd be a bit like...
Maybe.
Even if it's not like in your conscious day-to-day operation, it'd be in the back of your mind. I reckon.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, is Buckley going to say no one likes me?
They are getting a lot more youth in the team now. Snip has asked what are our thoughts on the prison bar debate. Well, we did actually cover it. I've actually included that in the vlog, so probably Monday we'll have the vlog up and you can see the full debate. But I think we both kind
of... I'll say TLDR, Eddie's a bit of a numpty.
I think we kind of concluded that I don't think it's an unreasonable request on behalf of Port Adelaide.
Yeah, Collingwood would have probably been a little precious.
Chris says the only guarantee he had with the Pies would be that they win at the MCG. That was exactly my logic as well. I thought at the G, Collingwood
I tipped them as well.
Snap out of it. No, this is a new low for the Pies. The bottom two rather, looking. It's beckoning.
Yeah.
I feel like they're good enough to win enough games to maybe sneak out of the bottom four, but
surely,
yeah.
Stewie taking up half the fucking screen.
Imagine being Adam Trelaw right now, loving life, says Chris.
Shit,
good
no
point.
fear,
Good point.
He'd be sitting there sipping on a bloody drink going.
A couple of daiquiris. As we switch over to this pulsating clash between the Crows and the Giants.
Goal for Adelaide there.
Yeah, so it's back to a
38.
measly 48 points. I noticed we're sitting out of the corner of my eye on 48 likes. If we get to 50, that'd be dope.
Absolutely.
So thanks.
I did ask for 50 before. The people responded. That's good.
Yeah. Pie's an absolute shambles, says Brody. Yeah, this is
Oh, Tilfort Rucken. Very nice.
a real low for him. I don't think even the most negative fan at the start of the year for Collingwood would have suggested they lose at home to the Gold Coast and be 1-6.
Definitely not. Definitely wouldn't have pegged Liz.
Yeah, I mean, Trelaw got forced out of a club, but there's no way that he, back in the club, in my opinion, they'd be that much better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're playing trash, and he's gone to the Bulldogs and still getting his pay packet. So he should be loving life.
Yeah.
We did see Nathan Murphy's mark, Brody. Yeah, real brave stuff.
Good curry.
Schnip says, do I captain Zeeble or Gawn for tomorrow?
Ooh.
Zeeble's averaging over 100, isn't he?
Yeah, Zeebs. He had 170 last week.
Did he really? I didn't actually notice that.
I only noticed it because in my draft league I was going through everyone's results. And Snowballs had him.
Who are North playing again? I kind of want to guess. We did just the tips, and
It's someone not good, I don't
I'm
think.
kind of tired. So
Hawks, maybe?
nah, it's not the Hawks. Someone will let us know in the chat. No, it's St Kilda.
No, Melbourne.
Wait, no, who? What?
Melbourne.
No, it's Hawthorn's playing St Kilda. And
It's North Melbourne, Melbourne.
Yeah, it's in Hobart. That's right.
BA.
Or yeah, no.
Is the
Definitely
Bloodstone, yeah. Melbourne, North Melbourne. That'll be a buttholing.
Yeah, and who's? Oh, and they're playing each other, Captain.
Yeah,
okay.
Bloodstone, Melbourne, North Melbourne.
I couldn't tell you. I'm not the guy to ask for.
Oh, Hoag's lining up again.
Chris, did you say that? Because he just said Jesse Hogan kicking another one. Is he maybe ahead of us? Do you reckon, or was that just
us not paying attention? I think. Well, in my case,
well, no, he said it like 5 minutes ago. Well, like
2:21. It's 2:22 now. Seems about right.
Yeah. But I mean, it happened a minute before here, so is the stream delayed, or is he?
Maybe he had an
just
earlier one.
Mentioned it. Yeah, maybe. Yes, Hogan has kicked another one. He's got 4.
God damn it. Nah, good on him.
Kev says it shouldn't affect us. But it's the way we played. I would have played Cox and have more in defence, but the hub life wasn't a good thing for us. I think we had to make the tough calls as we were shit. Yeah, it does seem odd to drop Mason Cox when you've got forward line issues. At least he adds a point of difference.
Yeah.
But he's also shit. Roos are paying $12. General says, did the Crows loss to the Hawks last week demoralise them against the Giants, or were the Giants too good? I think it's a combo of both. I think the Giants are clearly better than Adelaide, but sometimes when you do put everything into a game and you're playing red hot and then you fall short, like, it is hard to lift for the next one.
Bit demotivating.
Yeah. That could be that. I think it's a bit of both. And I think they've had a couple of injuries this week as well. Huntsman saying Bro Hogan's doing better in this game than his whole career at Freo,
Yeah. He had a couple of not bad games for us, Hogs.
54 points. I would never have seen this result coming, to be honest.
Definitely not. A year or two ago, he definitely would have.
Oh, yeah. O'Halloran's kicked an amazing goal over his shoulder. That was a Dusty style goal, completely off balance. Like, to generate that power from that standing position was good.
Yeah, definitely, Chris. He was definitely in a rough situation in Melbourne and Perth. Wang. Kev, mate, if you go down to training, mate, give them a fucking rev up. Tell them to pull their fingers out.
Yeah. That's what I used to tell my coach. Pull your finger out. He wasn't licensed.
He just insisted you call him coach.
12 minutes to go in a bit of a snooze fest.
Yeah. 60 points.
I bet Drew's stream tonight between Brisbane and Port is an absolute ripper.
Probably.
See, a decent ball movement here from the Crows.
Yeah, if they can get a chain together and it looks good.
Yeah. Oh, he's just got it, yeah. Collingwood are woeful, says Drew's. I disagree.
No, they're one of the best teams around.
Yeah, just leaving their run late, buddy.
Barely back at South Fremantle UCAT.
Didn't he quit already?
No, he went back.
I thought
He quit and then went back, yeah. A
What?
week later. Yeah, he came crawling back like a week later.
Oh, wow.
Because he had 4 touches in his first league game and then disappeared.
Yeah, right. Probably cracked the shits, yeah.
Well, my thing was when I heard he disappeared after 4 touches, I'm just like, yeah, he's probably like wanted to leave before they dropped him to Rezzies because South Freo's that good.
Yeah, true.
They're happy to drop ex-AFL guys to reserves.
Yeah, true.
I remember Tom Vanderloo barely get a league game for South Fremantle after he was on the Eagles lift.
Yeah, Fremantle.
Oh yeah, Freo, my bad. Yeah. Who was the one on your list? Was like Vanderloo? There was
Still
someone.
on name.
Yeah, Dylan Main. Yeah, I got those two mixed up. Isn't he like Subi now, Dylan Main?
Maybe?
Yeah. Battle of the Fredericks, Armin's wondering. Yeah.
Surely the Freo one's better at the
Yeah, I'm
moment.
going with my Freddie.
Yeah, what have
Like-
you made of Frederick?
His second year, I've been very impressed. Like, because his first year, you sort of saw the potential, but he sort of didn't have the footy brains. But this year, you're sort of starting to see him think and get himself in the right positions. His skills are looking a little sharper. I'm very excited about Michael Frederick.
I think he's a good player, yeah. I've seen him on the dance floor surrounded by honeys as well at Metros.
Nice. I'm sure he had some moves.
Yeah.
I'm sure he taught them how to Dougie. And all the bitches loved him.
Himmelberg has missed to the right. No, he's not.
Jailed it.
Jeez, they are kicking straight now. That was an issue for them in the first half, but
Any story from the Adelaide game for the True Footy show?
fuck.
Jesse Hogan's kicked 4 snags, Drews.
Yeah. That's a good question though. Like, what are the takeaways from this game? Jesse Hogan. GWS have just sort of really building confidence to the point where they're back. To be honest, 3 of the last 4 weeks they've looked really good. Even against the Dogs, they pushed them for 3 quarters. I think this almost just consolidates the idea that GWS are still a good team underneath.
Still a finals contender.
Yeah. Well, they're higher than the Eagles now, having despite so they played an extra game.
Yeah.
So hopefully that changes tomorrow, but it might not.
Yeah.
Trying to listen to Swoop Luke's live stream on Insta while watching this poor bloke. Oh yeah, he does Insta lives. That's true, actually. Ali says I'm nervous now for Essendon and GWS. Yeah, I think you should be. It's going to be at home as well for the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh, not 15. Toby's played pretty well today.
Close to the 3.
Didn't do much there. Oh, I don't think he's had quite enough of that ball.
Maybe it's Taranto or Kelly.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's actually look at the stats. So so Hopper and Taranto have had 29 and 30. Kelly's only had 22. Hogan will probably get votes. Oh no, okay, Green's had 2 goals, 1 and Tom Green has had 21 and 2. Wow, I didn't notice he kicked 2 goals.
Yeah, if GWS can find this form, Tom Green could be a smoky for that rising star.
Yeah.
Well, not a smoky, he's one of the favourites.
Yeah, he already has a nom, right? Does he have a nom?
He got nommed last year, but he's still eligible this year because he played less than 10 games.
Oh, but then he might get the nom this week for 2 goals and 21.
Yeah?
Yeah. How's Tilthorpe gone on stats? Okay, yeah, only
Pretty shit today.
8 touches, 2 headouts. Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
He was never going to back it up again.
Yeah. I'm still going to hold him in my draft league though. I think he could be a useful forward, ruck emergency bench guy.
Oh, good mark. I have to say one of the most disappointing aspects of today's game is Laird only on 79.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's porridge.
Butts is still only on 56, so hasn't touched the ball since I last mentioned him. Isaac coming in. Boy, is he 77? Not a bad day.
Baby. At least get over 80, son.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have to be happy with the 80s from guys like Cumming. Sam Berry only 35, that hurts too.
8 minutes, hopefully Cumming and Ash just play kick to kick for the last 8 minutes.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, I can kick better than that. In the new Jays as well.
Jeez. That was an El Shanko.
Shankolinis.
Shawshank Redemption. 36 to 100. That is brutal. This is an absolute clapping of the cheeks.
Clappity clap, clap, clap.
4 goals, 12. Whitfield has looked pretty good today. Like, he's just such a class player. So important for him.
For his first game back. He's looked, you see the rust.
Well, I think he's had 29 touches now.
Yeah,
there is a bit of rust. I think that running bounce and shank was average. But other than that, he looked pretty... Hasn't really made too many mistakes, I don't think.
D-Fran's wondering how many subs we aiming for by the end of the year?
Bold, audacious goals, 20. I probably more realistically expect about 15, 16. I've been looking at a lot of the analytics lately. I nerded out the other day. I made an Excel spreadsheet of all the monthly views over the last 3 years and compared them. So I'm comparing April to last year and then May to last year. So this was our third or second even best month ever on YouTube in April.
This month?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Right.
The only month that beat it was October last year when we had the grand final stream.
35,000
stream. And 35 of that. The only difference between last month and October last year was the 35k stream. So it was 35 different.
So they were equal if it wasn't for the grand stream. Shit.
Yeah.
So people are as into it now as they were in finals. That's a good, interesting.
Yeah, I think also the volume of videos I did is probably a bit higher. I had annual leave for like 10 days this month.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, your work schedule's changed.
Yeah.
But you're pumping them out that October.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I think I got like 500 subs this month. So.
If I was the Giants, I wouldn't buy Hogan an 8-bedroom house because then he'll invite 7 friends to come live in it with him.
Also, a little plug. We're on TikTok now. So I made a TikTok ages ago. I never used it. I've got 3 uploads now.
Oh, nice.
So if you get around the TikToks, give us a follow. Is Phil Davis still playing for GWS? I haven't heard much more of him. Is he injured at the moment?
Yeah, I think he's injured. But I don't think he retired.
No, yeah, he is still on the list. Yeah. Let's have a look at the injury list. Yeah, calf 4 weeks. Oof. I think he's just injured all the time.
Yeah.
Brody says, surely we can get the job done over the Hawks, right? Sorry, the Saints. I am very tempted to change mine to the Hawthorns, to be completely honest. It was another game that I was genuinely considering tipping Hawthorn, but I ended up going with St Kilda.
Yeah, that's a toughie.
Oh, do I do it? When's it start? It starts
It's
in 2
done,
minutes.
yeah.
Fuck. Oh, quick.
Or Woody.
Oh my god, I'm going to pay for this. I'm tipping Hawthorn.
I love it. Who do I tip?
Oh yeah, Druzy also says, can you shout out my Instagram?
What that Drew Footy Insta he made yesterday.
Yeah, so there's a new Drew Footy channel. Drew Footy Instagram. Druzy has just posted it, so that's what it looks like. There's a little underscore behind the Drew Footy. Fuck, I keep fucking it up. Drew Footy. But I'm sure if you just search Drew Footy, you'll find it.
I was one of the first people to follow it. You're welcome, boys.
Thanks, mate.
Fuck yeah.
That makes one of us. Nah. Go check that out, and that way it's a great way to sort of like keep up with the Drew Footy show, because that's where we do like questions from you. All our content really is.
Because you usually want people to go back to the old videos and comment.
Yeah,
so I'm guessing that's a bit of a pain.
Yeah, I guess it's not ideal. So that Instagram's just an easier way. So if you want to get involved with the show and have your questions heard and be shouted out, that's a good way to do it. As Toby Green lines up for a goal. Yeah, I've just changed my tip.
And if you're a couple of ladies looking for a double date with Drews and Jesse, you message that Instagram page as well.
What about you, mate? Well, it's called a triple date.
Yeah, if you've got a friend, I'll tag along as well, I suppose.
The fifth wheel is what makes it a quinsicle. Or a pensicle.
I thought Toby Green had a shit tattoo on his back for a second, but it was just strains of grass.
Modal Soul says, have you been running a Phantom Brownlow this year? Completely forgot it.
No.
I did it for 2019.
Yeah.
I didn't do it for 2020. Didn't occur to me this year.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. It's not too early to go back. Sorry, it's not too
You
late
can
to
back
go
that.
back into
Yeah.
a Phantom.
Just put Dave Mundy in the lead and go for now.
Bloody oath. It's not a bad idea.
But now we want Dave Mundy to win the Brownlow, everyone, so I turn $10 into $2,000. So Dave Mundy for Brownlow.
Yeah, seriously.
Fucking earth.
It's almost worth cashing out though.
Yeah, I can already cash it out for like bloody 600% profit.
Yeah, see how it goes tomorrow.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Shout out to Modal Soul Media as well. Give him a subscription. He's a good channel. Well, Schonberg has belted it through behind. We're down to the last 5 minutes of the game. Lockie Whitfield, 29 touches, 20 kicks, 104. Ben Keys had turned up again. Led up to 90 now, so. And then coming at 88. Beautiful. So many jokes just went into my head, and I'm like, which one do I make? I'm just going to leave it. Toby Green, 81.
Oh, Toby's picked up. He was only on like 58 before because Polar had him.
Yeah.
Still, if coming tons, that means every player I've had play so far.
Coming tons.
I have been, but
this bloke must just cop jokes all throughout his life.
Oh yeah.
Side bottom I traded in to replace Dusty, only got 79. I'm getting my cheese clapped in fantasy, hey. Wait, that can't go wrong.
Well, in my draft league, I'm actually going well. If I win this week, I'm equal top of the ladder. But
that's good.
But if Joycey wins as well, it'll be like 4 people equal top in our league.
Oh, right.
But if Joycey loses, it'll be 3.
Yeah.
Actually, might even just be me and one other person solo top, depending how it all plays out.
Yeah.
Assuming I win this week.
Got 53 likes, guys. Thank you for that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We need 14 more to hit
11.5.
11 and a half, yeah. Wasn't that long ago. We hit 11, probably about a month ago. So we'd love your help to get there.
And Dylan went to footy.
Oh yeah, Dylan plays amateurs, so he's playing just down the road actually.
Yep.
Oh, Bobby Hill loves a flyer.
I'll say you don't see the other hills fly like that for grabs.
No, you don't.
Hello again, Minecraft.
Minecraft Pro Boys videos.
Timbo Taranto.
This is really cool.
Bobby Hill just jumped on him like a baby getting held by its parent and tracked him down.
A little koala bear. 69 points. A sexy margin.
Sexy margin.
With 3 minutes to go. This has been a really strong performance from GWS. Does it make you feel a little differently about your win in Adelaide a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, diminishes it a little.
A tiny bit, yeah.
I think we kind of got them when they sort of started to burn out from their good start.
Yeah, you did also beat GWS.
And we had a very nice patch of form.
You did also beat GWS.
Yeah. But like the following week when it was Adelaide Hawthorn, I was watching that game thinking this would be close because we'd beaten both of them. They were sort of similar tier of teams.
Yeah.
And then Hawthorn ended up pulling away late.
Yeah, 3 points. Playing this late must be playing A grade. I don't know what grade he's in.
The team's not A grade, but it's league. He's playing league footy.
Yeah.
So he's playing first for his team, but they're not in A grade. I think they're a C.
I think C.
C1 or 2, I think they are.
Yeah.
They're one of the highest C's.
I think C1.
Yeah.
Dylan did used to play resis for East Fremantle here in Perth, so yeah, no, he's a very decent player.
He could have got drafted.
Yeah. St Kilda have kicked the first goal, making me look like a schmuck for my changing my tip. I reckon I changed 4 tips this week, which is a bit dog, but hey, we record on a Monday, so.
Yeah. Pre-injuries.
Yeah, we are, Chris.
Absolutely. West Coast is the best coast, son. Throw up some West Sides, all that fun shit. West Side.
This is some real junk time footy.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that was close to kicking in danger.
Yeah. They're pretty light.
Yeah, they don't call it these days, are they?
Butts with a handball. Was that Berries? No, I don't think it was Berry.
Curly hair.
Yeah.
That's Berry.
Oh, that's Berry. Schoenberg's a good little footballer. I didn't realise how good he was in his draft year. He reminds me a little bit of Shuey. He's quicker off the mark than you'd expect for a little nugget of a player, eh?
But yeah, he's like, was it you I was talking to the other week about how when I was younger my hair was like real curly?
Mm-hmm.
It was similar to that, like it's real like it had that sort of puff to it, similar to Schoenberg's.
Yeah.
But then when I grew a bit
Yeah,
longer,
post bar
more
mitzvah,
wavy.
it's really straightened out.
Yeah. Does Druzy play for High Wycombe Amateurs?
No, he doesn't.
The only time I've ever seen the man play sports when I got him to ring in for my basketball team once.
Was that so?
The only time I've seen Drews play sports when I got him to ring in for my
Oh
basketball team
yeah,
one
I
time.
remember that.
Him and Sean.
The question was actually about Dylan, I realised, but no, not High Wycombe. Yeah, not a lot to really comment on as the minutes wear down.
Yeah.
Well, Barry gets another handball for my fantasy team, but that's about it. Adelaide just playing for a bit of pride here. They're 4 goals, 15. And what were they last week? 15-3.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a bit of a contrast to say the least.
Yeah. You've had a few minor scores in your time.
Oh, if only.
Minecraft wants to know who he plays for. I think out of respect for Dylan's privacy, we won't say exactly who he plays for, but we are south of the river. And that is the game. This has been, I might turn on the camera up for it.
For the vlog.
Yeah, for the vlog, yeah. And the siren blows on a 67 point.
Oh, I wanted to say the 60.
Sorry, I got 69 on the brain. 67 point victory to the Giants. Absolutely clapped the cheeks of Adelaide here at their home deck. 4 goals, 15. I mean, even if you flip that around, they still lose. So, a pretty very convincing win for the Giants. Probably still back in final 8 calculations a little bit.
Cat summed it up very nicely with his comment. If Adelaide were a player at the moment, it would be Matt Taberner.
Yeah, that's harsh. Harsh on Adelaide and harsh on
everyone involved.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. Maybe we'll flick over to see the start of the Saints game. We probably won't stick around too much longer because I'm El Recto.
Yeah, fair shot.
But I kind of just have a curiosity to see what that intensity is looking like.
Yeah, geez.
Are you suggesting Geelong and West Coast replay?
Oh, heck yeah.
KO is a bit of a pig to navigate sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, how fucking hard is it just to go back to watch? Like, where the fuck is it going? This is not there.
What?
Hey.
Oh, here we go.
See, told you it was easy.
CJ.
Adelaide looking real poor, and then in the other game as well, Collingwood got their pants pulled down by the Suns, and I think it was the Suns' first ever win at the MCG. So
as the sun came down, Collingwood pulled the moon out.
yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, so huge for Collingwood. They now have a bottom of the table clash next week against North. Gonna probably tip Collingwood, but they're 1-5 or 1-6 even, and looking, a chance for the spoon, you'd have to say.
If there wasn't for North Melbourne.
Meanwhile, Adelaide not playing like a side that's realistically in the balance for finals, so I'm gonna say they're looking more like a bottom 4 side by the week, to be honest.
Yeah, that was everyone thought they'd be there in the year. They just had the nice start.
Ooh.
Birdwick.
Oh, it's a brave kick, and I am such a dickhead for changing my tip to Hawthorn.
My man, Nick Caulfield. Who was my man in that draft as Hunter Clark was yours?
Yeah. Kev's talking about his review videos. Not going to be good. Yeah, and they're never fun when...
the post losses?
Yeah. I stayed off... I didn't look at too much footy after we got clapped by Geelong last week.
Yeah, fair.
Caulfield has...
Jailed it.
Another handsome AFL player is Jack Steele. We did shout out.
Jackie Steele, fucking oath. We missed him on the last hottest AFL player conversation. The second one of today.
Yeah, we'll have to do a video on that.
It'd be a good way to add some female audience, I think.
Yeah, true. I do remember actually seeing a video that blew up that was hottest AFL players. And I think it was like late 2010s. No, sorry, even before that. Because I think Matthew Rosa was in there.
Who?
Matty Rosa.
Oh, Matt Rosa, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said Rose. I'm like, who's Matt Rosa? I'm like, Matt Rosa. I know who Matt Rosa is, yeah.
Cool, guys. We're probably going to leave in probably 2 or 3 minutes. So,
fire those questions in.
Fire questions. We're going to stick around and chat a little bit longer. While we've got you, subscribe if you're new. That'd be great. Like the stream if you could. That will help me get some views. Trying to crack 100k views in a month. I've only done it once. I think we got close in April. I think we ended up on about 93. So, would love your help getting there.
What was that thing you sent us the other week saying we're like top 20 in Australia for something, right?
Oh, so Caden sent me a site that sort of has an algorithm that ranks YouTube channels by genre, and like they have their own like statistics and metrics. And I think True Footy was in the top 20 sport channels in Australia.
Nice.
So I don't know exactly how that works out, but I think it's about consistency and views and relevance and stuff like that. So it'd be cool to see us climb that.
Bloody oath.
Text for the Brownlow is done, unfortunately. Yeah, it was a long shot, but he did have I reckon he's going to poll quite early. I am such.
It could be still a good bet for like later after round 5 or whatever.
I'm such a moron for changing my tip to Hawthorn.
Hindsight is a beautiful gift.
I just had a funny feeling they were going to win, and that is real dumb. GWS building form says cheap drink water. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Oh yeah.
UCAT makes a good point actually. The fact that we look back and see Brisbane versus Collingwood was a close game, Collingwood nearly won that. But I mean, Collingwood are getting worse though.
Yeah.
Like that was by far the worst result they've had this year.
Yeah, their confidence is getting more and more clapped.
Yeah, and there's more and more young guys in the team as well.
Yeah.
Like they've got like a few. It was like a month ago they were getting criticised for not having enough youth.
Yeah, I remember being in the Play the Bloody Kids group.
Yeah. Yeah, you would. Sinclair sends it deep into Jack Stevens' cheeks. Geoff has taken the mark.
CJ. Fair enough, Minecraft. How are they going out in High Wycombe?
Kev says, oh, that's cool, Minecraft. Kev says never change your tips. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
100% right. Oh, mind you, I did change it to GWS, so I'm 1 from 2.
Yeah.
But well, mind you, this is 10 minutes into it, so I haven't
Plenty of time.
Yeah. Brody, the Hawks slow starters, I haven't really noticed. I guess they were against Essendon.
He said Hawks starting well as always, so I'm assuming he means
Yeah,
that
actually, now I think
sarcastically.
about it, they had late comebacks against Essendon, against Geelong, and I feel
And
like...
they picked up against us, but
Yeah.
didn't quite get the job done.
That's right, they did pick up against you, so yeah, maybe this is pretty standard. Yeah. Alright guys, we might call it there. Thank you so much for joining the stream. It was a bit of a quiet one, but I really appreciate the people who stayed. And also, yeah, unfortunately the game wasn't quite living up to the expectations that we had.
Yeah, I was hoping to be jumping out of my seat a bit more, I must say.
I thought it would be almost like a little mini final between two sides that are probably going to finish between 8th and 12th. Now I'm thinking GWS could play finals and Adelaide certainly won't. So, is that Membury?
Tim Meanberry.
Meanbury, he has kicked
Dan
straight
Butler.
to Butler, and the Saints are 20-0. They are looking like, I don't know. I've run out of
Convincing
superlatives.
winners.
Yeah, convincing winners. I'm
Convincing
tired.
winners.
Streaming takes it out of you. But this has been real. This has been good. It just hasn't been real good. Busher, thank you for joining us once again on the True Footy stream.
It's always a fun time.
Thank you to everyone who took part. And also go check out Drewsy's stream tonight, Brisbane versus Port Adelaide. I'm sure it's going to be a better game than the one we just watched.
Are you making an appearance on that one?
I am going to make an appearance, yeah. I'm driving
very
up a bit later on. So, yeah, should be good. Thanks, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one. Also, go check out NordVPN. Link in the description.
So Jesse can't hack you later.
Yeah.
And industry.
I don't know. This is probably still going down.
Another happy landing.